I know we're going every other day in the series, but it feels like it's been far too long since the Knicks had a 22-point fourth quarter comeback, and so here tonight we are finally back in the world's most famous arena here in New York City, Madison Square Garden, the Mecca, where we lay host to the Cleveland Cavaliers in Game 2 of the Conference Finals. New York 3 wins away from destiny. But it's one game at a time. You gotta handle business. The rust excuse is out the building. New York, show us what you got. Let's start the show. That is right, folks. That is right. We are back in the building. Will the party stop? No, no, will not. The party will indeed keep on going all night long. As long as we're in the building, as long as the Knicks are in the building, we will keep it going. We won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. I choose not to stop because the Knicks will continue to keep on moving forward. And here tonight, we will continue to move forward. The previous game is in the past. We are here tonight to go up 2-0 against the Cleveland Cavaliers in the conference finals, trying to make our way to an NBA Finals appearance for the first time in almost 3 decades, 27 years later. The New York Knicks trying to make history in the world's most famous arena. Chick Brooklyn Beauty, what's up, Chick? J3, what's up, J3? Jason, Ian Parkins, what's up, Ian? We need to start strong. Mitch better hit his free throws. Absolutely. Or he's no good to us? Well, that's not entirely true. He mucked up the game. He mucked up the flow last game. Brother, there was no flow last game. The Knicks did not play well as a whole. It wasn't Robinson's fault, although he did not contribute to playing well either. Tammy, what's up, Tammy? Spotty T. Joshua, what's up, Joshua? Who else do we have in here? We have Tafar. What's up, Tafar? Greetings from Jamaica. Appreciate you, Tafar. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Sons Jen, of course. Appreciate you, brother. Joshua said, let's go. I'm fired up. Ready to scream on my TV. The Knicks, you go up 2-0. Obviously, first 2 games at home, so you're going to have to go on the road. Can the Knicks win a game in Cleveland? Of course they can. You go up 2-0. You give yourself a great opportunity to possibly put yourself up at least 3 games to 1. You take 1 in Cleveland, even if Cleveland ends up beating you. They're a good team. Can they beat the Knicks? Of course they can. They didn't even beat the Knicks tonight. So you got to show up ready to go. I'm not expecting this to be an easy victory, although I am expecting our New York Knicks to come out with their hair on fire, ready to go, ready to run through a brick wall. You stole essentially a game at home the other night. And so here today, you need to win the game at home. Start to finish. No in between, no letdown. We've seen them capable of doing that type of having that type of performance here, right? It is no longer speculation on what version of the Knicks will come out. Now, the expectation is there. I've seen them put together a full 48. I've seen them come out ready to blow a team out. I've seen them come out all connected. Now, I know OG Anunoby didn't look 100% healthy, has the hamstring injury. It is something he's dealt with in the past. We've seen J-Dub now go down with a second hamstring injury after probably rushing back to come back to play for his team, maybe earlier than they expected, and he re-injures it. And now who knows if he'll even be healthy for the remainder of the playoffs. He is listed as day-to-day, but we know how that can go. So what is OG Anunoby looking like? How aggressive will he be? Do the Knicks need him entirely? Right? We're looking at Karl Anthony Towns, who didn't have a very good game 1. We're looking at Jalen Brunson, outside of the fourth quarter, had an okay game 1, but not a good game 1. Not by his standards, obviously, until the fourth quarter happened. I'm looking across the team. Bridges, continue to do what you do. Josh Hart knocked down a dang shot here today. Landry Shamet, I expect him to the game early. Mitchell Robinson hit your free throws. Deuce McBride, make a basket. Jose Alvarado brings some energy. Everybody on down the line, everybody needs to be connected. All hands on deck. I've been saying it all playoffs long. You cannot win an NBA championship if you have a weak link. And the Knicks need to make sure they have no weak links. Everybody needs to be connected, needs to be strong, needs to be uplifting each other. I'm ready to go. Are y'all ready to go? Michael Mack, what's up, Michael Mack? Static Time, what's up, Static? Spotty T, Delu Marie, as always, appreciate you. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Astrophagy, Joseph, Daniel Berry Sports, Keith Modeste, David Osh Jr., Scomberg, Rated, what's up, Rated? Cindy Nevins, Niall Dimitri, appreciate you. Drummer Manny, Nikki, Rudy Pooty, Ty Eagles, Justice's dad, Susan, of course, as always, Bernard Johnson, Danny White, Eamon Owis. Appreciate you guys. Raymond, what's up, Raymond? Freeman, what's up, Freeman? Curtis Painter, Joe Anon. Appreciate you guys. It was OG's first game back. I'm sure he'll do better. I hope so. I hope it was rust more so than it was him maybe looking like he was at 70 to 80%. Didn't look great. But hopefully that was more so rust of him being back off of an injury versus everybody else being off of a Game 4 victory, right? So he was off for a little over 2 weeks, just slightly over 2 weeks, about 15 days I think it was he was off. Obviously getting injured in Game 2, not playing in Game 3 or 4 versus everybody else who ended up playing. Jay Lopez, what's up, Jay Lopez? Louis Negron, what's up, Louis? All right, let's get to it. George, what's up, George? Cleveland showed us their fangs and we pulled them. Spanked the Cavs. Obviously, in my opinion, there's two ways this game goes here tonight. The Knicks come out with their hair on fire, they take a big lead, and we've seen them put together a full 48, and they win this game running away. Not necessarily a blowout, but they take a lead, they hold on to a lead, and they never really relinquish the lead. Similar to a game like we saw last night between the Spurs and the Thunder. With the Thunder, they took a lead. Multiple times they took a double-digit lead. But never led by more than 13. So it wasn't a blowout. The Spurs kept making runs and getting back in the game, and the Thunder would take those hits and ultimately pull away at the end. I expect a game like that. That is my expectation here tonight. Is it possible that the Knicks blow the Cavs out? It is possible because we've seen it happen. Ram Jam, what's up, Ram Jam? Not, what's up, Not? Sean Martin, what's up, Sean? Right? It's possible the Knicks can blow them out for sure. I don't really see the Cavs blowing out the Knicks. I think if they were ever going to blow out the Knicks, it was going to be in a Game 1. And that did not happen. They were on the verge of blowing out the Knicks until Jalen Brunson happened. Or I could see this being a close game all the way through, which is my expectation. It is either going to be a Knicks blowout, in my opinion, or it's going to be a close game, which could obviously go either way, but as a Knicks fan, I'm going to say the Knicks pull it out. So here we go tonight. To me, I don't see a world where the Cavs blow the Knicks out here tonight, not after what we saw in Game 1. Rich Smith, what's up, Rich? We need a great offensive effort from Cat and OG. I think, yes. I mean, you need a great offensive effort from everybody involved. Like if OG and Towns have great offensive efforts, but Brunson isn't what we need from him, and Bridges isn't what we need from him, and Josh Hart isn't knocking down shots, and we wait too long to go to Shaman, and even if we do go to Shaman, he's not knocking down shots, and McBride gives us another donut offensively. Like we need all hands on deck. That's why I always phrase it that way. It's not enough to have one guy step up. You need all the guys to step up, at least to a bare minimum level, right? Mark, what's up, Mark? We need guys at a bare minimum level. Joseph Taylor, what's up, Joseph? George said we got our wake-up call. I mean, I think the Knicks were fairly awake. The rust, maybe not fully ready, prepared for what Cleveland was doing. I think the person that needs the wake-up call, honestly, is Mike Brown, right? Because this is not a Josh Hart series. This team is deep enough where we can look at Josh Hart and be like, you know what? You were great for Atlanta, and you played 35 minutes. And you were great for Philly, and you played 35 minutes. This might not be a Josh Hart series. You might need to lean into more McBride, lean into more Landry Shamet. Maybe lean in a little bit more of the double bigs with Mitch Robinson out there. Maybe you're going to have to change your substitution patterns and put Mitchell Robinson earlier in the game to avoid all of the Hack and Mitch schemes. And if they do go to Hack and Mitch, Mitchell Robinson, knock down your dang free throws, right? So off of Game 1, there's going to need to be major adjustments made here from Mike Brown, and I hope we see it come to fruition here today. Don't rest on your laurels. Don't wait around. Just because you won a basketball game does not mean you don't need to change anything. No, you need to change a lot. You were down by 22 points, and you got lucky that you have a player capable of putting on the cape to the degree that Jalen Brunson is capable of doing it. Mindset John. What's up, Mindset John? Jig Brooklyn Beauty said, as Chevy says, Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise. Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise, and the Cleveland Cavaliers have yet to prove us otherwise. Ian Parkins, come on, Chevy, stop hating on Hart. He's good. We need him. When did I say we didn't need him? When did I say he wasn't good? This is my biggest pet peeve as well when the Josh Hart conversation comes in. Who is hating on Josh Hart? I simply said this might not be a Josh Hart series, which is objectively true. I'm not saying bench Josh Hart, don't play him. I'm not saying trade Josh Hart. I'm not saying get Josh Hart out of here. No, of course not. Keep Josh Hart in the starting lineup. But he should not be playing unless he's knocking down his threes. And that's what I think the start of the game should reveal. Josh Hart, are you knocking down the jump shot? Are you comfortable taking those jump shots? Because they're not guarding you, Josh. They're leaving you open on the perimeter. They said you suck. They basically told Josh Hart to his face in game 1, you suck. That's what they said. I've never said that. Never once in my life. I've been a Josh Hart fan since Villanova. I've always wanted Josh Hart in the Knicks when he started his career with the Lakers, when he then went down to New Orleans, when he then ended up going to Portland. I celebrated the day as if we won a championship when the Knicks traded for Josh Hart. He has forever been one of my favorite role players in the league, and I praise the basketball lords every day and Leon Rose that he finally ended up on the Knicks where I always felt like he belonged. I'm so happy that happened. With that being said, if you are not taking shots, Josh, and you are actively turning down threes, let alone even missing threes, go sit your butt on the bench. That's fine. I'm looking at 15 to 20 minutes a game, depending on if that jump shot's going down. Because Jared Allen is not guarding you. Evan Mobley is not guarding you. They're standing in the paint, and they're saying, Josh Hart, shoot all the threes you want. Because we know you can't hit them, and then we know you lose confidence quickly. So Josh Hart, respond. I know you got pride. I know you have the capability to do so. And that's the frustrating part with Josh Hart sometimes, where he loses confidence in the jump shot. Don't lose confidence in that jump shot. Let that thing fly. I'm looking at 15 to 20 minutes of Josh Hart, bare minimum. Maximum, I'm looking at 25 to 30, unless that three-point shot is flow. And then we get the prime version of Josh Hart. Unless he wants to turn into Alex Caruso, who the Spurs tried to have a similar game plan to, which, by the way, you know what Alex Caruso did? He knew the jump shots were going to be there. He knew Wembanyama was going to be guarding him. He knew he was going to be left wide open from three. And Caruso came out confidently, knocked them all down. And you know what the Spurs are starting to do? Yeah, we can't leave Caruso that wide open, huh? He's knocking them down. And they had to change up their scheme. And it heavily benefited the Thunder in the second game. Josh Hart's got to have the same mentality. He's got to have a similar level of performance where you're going to have to step up. It's not about hate. It's not about wanting him out of here. It's simply looking at the matchups and saying, okay, it might not be a Josh Hart series. You know what might be a Josh Hart series? The next round. You know what was a Josh Hart series? The first two rounds. Not once did I ever want Josh Hart on the bench for either of those series, because of course not. He was valuable. And he is valuable in this series, but not to the degree that he was in the other two series. Raymond said, I told you Hart's hands were tired from changing diapers. He might be past diapers, aren't he? Isn't he? How old are the kids now? How old are the twins? James Cook for what's up, James? Do we think Josh Hart's changing diapers? He's a multimillionaire. Sons Jen said, new merch idea, be like Susan. What's up, Susan? What's up, Sons Jen? Foong Pei. Foong Pei said, the visible one has made me a believer. Shout out Mikhail Bridges. Speaking of, we have probably about 5 minutes before we get to tip-off here, so let's immediately jump through our bingo card. We didn't cover the bingo card last night to the degree that I wanted to, so let's jump to the bingo card here. Lano Mona, what's up, Lano? Mike Hirsch, what's up, Mike? John Mazzola, what's up, John? Rich Smith said, you need Josh Hart for the thing stats don't show. Of course. But you also need a guy to put the ball in the basket and a guy to stretch the floor so that Jared Allen isn't hiding in the paint. You also need him out of the game for the things that the stats don't show as well. I'm not saying bench Josh Hart. I'm not saying play him 0 minutes. I'm saying play him 15 to 20. And if the jump shot is going, then he can extend those minutes up to 25, maybe even 30. Depends. If you're not knocking down the shots and you're actively turning them down, it don't matter what else you're doing on the court, because now you're forcing your own team to go up against the defense that's guarding them 5-on-4. Because now Josh Hart is offensively irrelevant and they can pack the paint. And that's why you see Karl-Anthony Towns start to struggle to score. So when people are like, oh, well, how come Karl-Anthony Towns had a bad offensive first game? There was no way he could do anything in the paint when he's being guarded by Mobley and he's got Jared Allen standing right behind Mobley. He's trying to have to finish through 2 7-footers. That's just not a viable way to play. Manuel Mercado, what's up, Manuel? Cat triple-double is possible? Cat triple-double is possible. Cat triple-double is possible. I mean, it has been possible all postseason. It's hard to have a rationale where it's not possible. Amy Mature, what's up, Amy? MBM, what's up, MBM? Stick to the game plan? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Well, stick to whatever game plan they have here tonight. But they need to adjust heavily off of game one. They were down 22 points. And the only reason they won is because they have a player the caliber of Jalen Brunson. That is the only reason they won. And obviously, there was a couple of schematic changes they made in the fourth quarter, and hopefully that carries over to the remainder of the game here tonight. Right? Sons Jen said, at Rue, thank you, I'd get one. Is that Rue Simpson in the chat? K Hazy, what's up, K Hazy? Jin Kang Kong, what's up, Kang Kong? Sugar Dad Supreme, what's up, Sugar? Rue Simpson in the chat, appreciate you, Rue. He said, I like that merch idea. We're going to come out with more merch. We had to get the merch store up just so it's up, but now that it's up, we can start working on other merch ideas moving forward. Mindset John, what's up, Mindset John? These guys know the importance of playing up to expectations and want to do better this time to the finals. I wish them all the best. Yeah, I mean, I have full belief in this Knicks team. I have full belief in Josh Hart that he's going to knock down threes here today. Full belief. 1,000% belief. Chaos Kid, what's up, Chaos Kid? Sean Martin said, love JB's hustle. That's what he does. Durston said, the game either makes or breaks the Cavs. Yeah. If the Knicks win here tonight, the Cavs will feel like they gave up a huge opportunity here in New York, going down 0-2, going back to Cleveland, but job will not be done. Up 2-0 does not guarantee a victory. Up 3-0 necessarily doesn't guarantee a victory, but obviously it's a death sentence in the NBA, and I don't see this Cavs team winning 4 in a row against the Knicks, so. Jason said, gotta trust my man Mike Brown right now. 8 straight playoff wins isn't an accident. No, it is not. No, it is not. Mike Brown, for the most part, has pushed all the right buttons, especially after Game 3 against Atlanta. He needs to continue to push those buttons. I didn't like the game plan almost at all. You guys heard me lambast the game plan in Game 1 over and over again. Why are we hard hedging and double teaming James Harden and Donovan Mitchell coming off the screens when especially James Harden literally won an MVP award playing that way and going up against defenses that did exactly that, right? Why was that the game plan out the gate? Clearly it didn't work. Hopefully we come out with a brand new game plan similar to the game plan we ran in Game 4 where Shama was going under the screens to eliminate the possible slip pass to the roller while Brunson was hard hedging, and then it allowed Shamit to come over and recover while it allowed Brunson to return back to his defender. Now the Cavs will have counters to defensive possessions like that, but it's all now we're past Game 1. Now it's about counters on counters on counters, right? They're going to try and counter what we did in the fourth quarter, and we're going to try and counter what they did through the first 3 quarters, and then it's going to be depending on who adjusts to what here tonight. Bernard Johnson, I want to hear some knees knocking tonight. How about you, Susan? Chick Brooklyn Beauty updating her membership. Appreciate you, Chick. Appreciate you. Nick Yak said, we can get Mitch. My guy, Nick Yak. What's up, Yak? We can get Mitch in early, playing 2 big, subbing in for Hart before Hack and Mitch. Only have Kaz and picked up 2 fouls early. I mean, Karl Anthony Towns hasn't really struggled with foul trouble. I talked about this endlessly. Karl Anthony Towns hasn't really dealt with foul trouble. Now, that doesn't mean that he's never going to deal with foul trouble again. But Karl Anthony Towns hasn't really dealt with foul trouble post-All-Star break. The only time it came back around was when he had to guard Joel Embiid, when Joel Embiid puts everybody in foul trouble. To me, I said it then, I'll continue to say it, that was more of a Joel Embiid thing than it was a Karl Anthony Towns thing. Was not in foul trouble in Game 1, needs to continue to remain out of foul trouble here tonight. And yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Mitch Robinson as the first sub off the bench. I mean, my first sub would be probably Deuce McBride or even a Landry Shamet in for Josh Hart, but I think it's pretty evident that Josh Hart should probably be the first sub out of the game. Again, unless that 3-point shot is flowing. It's all dependent on how the game is going. What was that? That was that Michael Mack? Michael Mack with a very generous super chat. Appreciate you, Michael. Let me go ahead and throw it on the screen yet again. Appreciate you, big dog. Look at the generosity. My goodness, Chick Brooklyn Beauty getting us started off the right way. Appreciate you. And then Michael Mack continuing it. Appreciate you, Michael. He said, salute to the chat. And Sheffy, salute to you, Michael. Thank you for your generosity, big dog. Sean Collins, what's up, Sean? Scomberg said, we're sweeping the Cavaliers. Knicks in 4. Break out the brooms. We needed that scare to get the team ready for the title. Possibly. I think tonight will show us what the Knicks are going to do the remainder of the series. Mike Hirsch also sending a gold coin with the jewels. Appreciate for your generosity, Mike. Everybody tonight, my goodness. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. So, obviously, same starting lineup for both sides. Actually, did the Cavs start the same starting lineup, or did they put Strus in there or somebody else? I could check real quick. All right, if I just rewind it. Hold on. All right. Rewind it a little bit more. And then we'll just full screen it. Yeah, Dean Wade in the starting lineup. Same starting lineup for the Cleveland Cavaliers here tonight. There we go. And we're going to get ready for tip-off again. We didn't really go through the bingo card, but it's all the same things. Merrill 3 threes, Bridges 15 points, Allen 15 and 8. Cat for 20, Brunson for 30, Mitchell for 30, Harden for 25, Mobley 3 stocks, Anunoby 15. It's lowered because of the injury he dealt with. We saw him get, like 11 in an overtime period the other night. He's 15. Let's see what kind of game he has here today. I think Max Strus is more important than Dean Wade coming off the bench. Strus, 10 points, 2 threes. I'll keep him up here because I think Strus is definitely their 5th best player and should be their 5th starter, but they bring him off the bench. We have Merrill 3 threes, who's also one of their 6 men as well, who's a huge game changer for them coming off the bench. We have Hart 12, 5 and 5. Josh Hart, we know he can do it all. 5 and 5, as long as he's doing it all. But again, the perimeter shot is increasingly more important in this series in particular, and probably even in the final series, should the Knicks make it there, which is my expectation. John Mazzola, do you think we would be here with Tibbs? No, I don't. Unfortunately, I don't. And I'm a fan of Tibbs, but I don't. I do not. Right? We got to think about part of the reason why the Knicks are here is because of how diverse their offense has been and how much Mike Brown has trusted his bench and his rotations. Right? And I think those are two of the things that Tom Thibodeau struggles with most as a head coach. He does so many great things. But the reason why the Knicks are where they're at right now on an 8-game winning streak here in the playoffs after sweeping the second round against 76ers is because of Mike Brown's diverse offense and is because of his willingness, I was going to say like non-reluctance, willingness to go deeper into the bench should need be. Right? Remember, Shamet was a part of the rotation in the Atlanta series. Mike Brown adjusted, and instead of going to Shamet was relegated to the bench and he went to Alvarado. Right? Now, this series, it might be more Shamet than Alvarado. You're just going to have to trust your guys off the bench. Trust that you have a deeper team and actually trust them off the bench. I love Tibbs. I don't love Tibbs. I like Tibbs. I respect Tibbs. Tibbs is a really good coach. I don't think they're here if Tom Thibodeau is still the coach. All right. Let's get to the jump ball. Let's throw up our game cast. Let's get these lights out of there. There we go. ESPN, happy they're not messing around with our game here tonight. The Knicks win the jump ball. Here we go. We're off and running. Start of game 2. Here we go, y'all. Ahmed, Abigail, Ruzande, appreciate you guys. Anunoby has it up top. Hands it off to Brunson. Coming to his right, Harden switches onto him. Brunson attacking, blows past him in the lane, a floater, he got it to go. Look at that. Look at that. Immediately put James Harden in the action. Bridges comes up with the steal on the inbounds. Quick outlet to Brunson. Right wing pump fake. Stops. Pulls it out. Out to Anunoby on the right wing. Back up top to Brunson. Wide open. Over to Anunoby. Swings through to his right. Pulls it back out. Anunoby back up top to Towns. He's going to stop and pop from 3. Knock me down. Knock me down. Oh, we're coming out ready to go, y'all. We are coming out ready to go. This is the energy we needed. 5-0 start. Harden bringing it down. This is the energy we needed, New York. Harden has it up top, being guarded by Bridges. Coming to his left, driving it down, stops, has it up top, sees a double team, swings it over to Dean Wade, middle of the lane, pass fake in the paint, kicks it out to Mobley. They'll live with that. They leave him open, and Mobley makes some pay, knocking it down. Okay, tough shot, Mobley. I like it. I like the energy. Let's keep it going, though. Beer battered gummy shark with the beer battered. Here comes Bridges, bringing it down, coming to his right, off the town screen over to Anunoby. Anunoby hands it off to Brunson on the right wing, coming to his right, pulls it back, swings it over to Josh Hart, who gets fouled by Dean Wade going to the rim, slipping the screen off the double screen. Mike Hurst said, don't double Harden. I know, brother, I know. I don't know why they keep doing that. We literally just talked about in the pregame how it was an absolute train wreck in game 1, and they come out in their first defensive possession, their first real defensive possession. They come out and they double team Harden coming off the screen, and he makes you pay again. Now, they'll live with Evan Mobley living out by the 3-point line, but he made you pay there. Brunson has it up top, picked up by Harden. Brunson, he's going to look to attack, swings it out to Anunoby, takes the lane, kicks it out, Josh Hart wide open left corner 3. Can't get the friendly bounce on that one. Mobley the rebound. Keep shooting them, Josh, keep shooting them. First one didn't go down, but it looked good. Here comes Mitchell, bringing it down on the left wing, coming to his right up the Mobley screen, slips it over to Mobley. Down the lane in the paint against Anunoby, flips it up at the rim, can't get it to go, but Jared Allen right there for the tip up and in. Can we stop hedging out hard and showing 2 defenders off the screen? Playing a drop for a minute. See if that works. They swing it over to Anunoby. Anunoby in the right wing, hands it off to Bridges. We're tied at 5. Over to Josh Hart. Over to Brunson. Brunson left wing. Being guarded by Dean Wade. Brunson, jab step, coming to his right. Swings it out to Bridges. Gets it back to Brunson. Being guarded by Mobley. Coming to his right. Mitchell switches onto him. Back to Bridges. Bridges in the lane. Steps through. Kicks it out. Anunoby in the right corner. Pump fakes. Has to put it up. Well contested. Throws it an air ball. It's a shot clock violation. One too many passes from our New York Knicks on these couple of possessions here. Come on, fellas. One too many passes. We do have a shot clock violation, which goes up on the bingo card. Unfortunately, it goes against our Knicks. But that is a shot clock violation. Wherever that is on the bingo card. There it is. Here comes Harden bringing it down against Bridges. Harden coming to his right off a double screen. Towns picks him up. They swing it up top to Mobley on the pick and pop. A straightaway 3 over Towns. Mobley gets it to go. You're going to have to live with Mobley's pick and pop 3s like that. Maybe not that wide open, but for sure. Estelle with a very generous super chat. Appreciate you, Estelle. At Beer Battered Gummy Shark MVP. Appreciate the generosity, Estelle. Shout out Beer Battered Gummy Shark. They get it over to Towns. Up top, being guarded by Mobley. Faces up in the high post. Swings it out to Josh Hart. He takes the baseline, blows past Jared Allen. Reverse layup, got it to go. There you go, Josh Hart. Way to eat up that space and get a layup. Here comes Donovan Mitchell bringing it down the other way. It's 8-7. Cavs with a 1-point lead. Mitchell, in and out move. Coming to his right, blowing past Josh Hart. Throws the lob up top to Jared Allen. Catches, goes up, gets the layup to go. And again, that pick and roll is still killing the Knicks, man. Brunson bringing it down against Wade. Fakes the handoff, keeps it. Brunson swings it over to Towns in the high post. Hands it off to Brunson. Coming to his left, he throws up the 3 off the handoff. Can't get it to go down, was right on line. Jared Allen, the rebound, gets it over to Harden. Harden will bring it down. Harden gets it over to Wade. Wade being guarded by Brunson. Back to Harden on the left wing. Brunson switches on to Harden. Harden on the left wing being guarded by Brunson. He's going to isolate. Dancing with it. Step back, rhythm dribble 3 over Brunson. Got it to go for James Harden. He's cooking. And the Cavs are cooking. 13-7. It was an excellent start from the Knicks, but you got to get back on track. Starting on the defensive side of the court, fellas. Anunoby crosses over on Harden. In the paint, kicks it out to Josh Hart. They're going to leave you open, Big Josh. What kind of response do you got? He misses yet another 3. Battle for the rebound by Towns. It's out of bounds off of Mobley. It'll stay here with the New York Knicks with 8:25 to go. Eric C. said, bad defensive start. Bad defensive start. Again, not in love with the game plan that the Knicks have had so far. And I don't think Josh Hart has done a very good job defensively here. He's really struggled in the Mitchell matchup. I'd put Bridges on Mitchell and put Josh Hart on Harden. They get it out to Towns on the left wing. Towns hands it off to Brunson. Brunson coming to his right, picked up by Mobley. Quick crossover to his left. Pump fakes in the mid-range over to Josh Hart. Coming to his left, out to Bridges. Coming to his right, down the lane against Mobley. Fall-away jumper. Got it to go for Mikal Bridges. The ball movement, the player movement, pretty spectacular in that play. They still had to settle for a mid-range pull-up jumper over Evan Mobley, which is tough. But you like to see everybody touch the ball in that possession that way. Harden has it up top, being guarded by Anunoby. Coming to his right up the Mobley screen. Harden in the mid-range. Step back 3 over Anunoby. Well contested. So much so that Anunoby got the block. Towns on the rebound. Kicks it out. Anunoby, full court pass from Jalen Brunson. And Anunoby gets the layup to go down. And Anunoby getting a little feisty against Harden there, kind of shoving his arm off away from touching him. They swing it over to Mitchell up top. He swings through to his right, down the lane against Towns. Scoop layup with the right hand, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Jared Allen comes over. Josh Hart knocks the ball loose. He comes over and saves it, and they get it over to Bridges, but Josh Hart's toes were on the sideline, so it's going to be sad out of bounds for the Cleveland Cavaliers as the ball goes back to them. Vic P, what's up, Vic P? Bring Mitch in. Might be solid to bring Mitch in. Again, I expect either Mitch, McBride, or Shaman to be the first subs in for Josh Hart. I don't expect a platoon shift, but the way the game is going so far, we might see a platoon shift. They kick it out to Mitchell. Mitchell has it up top. 7:30 to go. Coming to his left. They hedge out hard again, but now Josh Hart recovers. There you go. Josh Hart guarding Mitchell up top. He struggled in this matchup. What you got? Mitchell driving to his right. Has a lane in the paint. Floater. Can't get it to go. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Jared Allen, yet another offensive rebound, and he gets fouled trying to go back up. And the Knicks are really struggling on the glass against Jared Allen. He's doing a phenomenal job of eating up the space off the help defense from these drives from either Mitchell or Harden, but mostly Mitchell, and coming in and snagging an offensive rebound even if Donovan Mitchell's missed, which he's missed twice, and Jared Allen twice has now come over for an offensive rebound. So it might be prudent to bring Mitchell Robinson in. Gigi said, we don't have time to experiment with Hart. Get out of the game. Shame at time. I mean, they're not really experimenting with Hart. Hart is a vital part of this team, right? But I agree. If Josh Hart's not knocking down the threes, you might want to bring him out a little bit earlier than usual. And again, hasn't really played well defensively. Was fantastic in the first 2 series, but he is struggling in this Donovan Mitchell matchup here. Jared Allen knocks down both free throws. It's 15-11. A little over 7 minutes to go. Here comes Mikal Bridges. Bridges on the left wing, being guarded by Mitchell, coming to his right, off a double screen, over to Josh Hart, hands it off to Brunson, coming to his right, they kick it back over to Hart, coming to his left, in the lane, he's going to pump fake, he's going to spin, he's going to get caught in the air, he's going to throw up at the rim, and he's going to throw up a brick, a bad shot from Josh Hart there. Here comes Harden, bringing it down against Hart, leans in, pulls it back out, being guarded by Josh Hart. That's a much better matchup for him. I want to see those matchups switched. I want Bridges on Mitchell, Towns on Mitchell now in a mismatch. They show a double team, cross-court pass Mobley on the left corner, being guarded by Bridges now as he drives it in against them, gets under the rim, goes up with a little flip shot over Towns, and he gets it to go down on the help side. Towns tried to help down low, but Mobley, patient enough to lean in, create just enough space to knock down a little flip shot. Brunson has it up top, hands it off to Hart, hands it off to Brunson. Brunson on the right wing, sees a double team, kicks out to Josh Hart, driving to his left. Again, Jared Allen is daring Josh Hart to beat them offensively, and right now he's not even looking at the basket anymore. Brunson pulls it out against Harden. Swings it over to Josh Hart. Left wing three for Josh. That's what the Cavs want, and Josh Hart misses yet another one. Get him out. And we see Josh Hart, as he jumped the passing lane trying to get the steal, you see Josh Hart frustrated, missing these shots. Very makeable shots for Josh Hart. We know you got it in you, big dog, as we're going to get a timeout here, I think, because we are quickly approaching the halfway point of this game. Brunson said, relax. I mean, I think they're relaxed. They just got to play better. Got to play better. Eric C said, Hart out, please. I think we see Josh Hart come out. We're halfway through this first quarter. This is usually around the time we see substitutions. Honestly, we have seen Mike Brown experiment with his substitution patterns throughout the regular season, so we've seen him make subs early. We've seen him make subs later in the first quarter, but this is usually around the time at least he would make a substitution in the game. Expect Josh Hart to come out of the game. Josh, you got to line him up from three, brother. You're 1 for 5. This is why we talk about, like, Josh Hart. It's going to have to be a shooting series from you, brother. Right? You're either knocking them down or you're sitting on the bench, unfortunately. Right? This is why when people talk about, like, being able to knock down a perimeter shot is extremely important in the NBA, and particularly for championship teams. You can't have a perimeter liability the way Josh Hart has been a perimeter liability in this series so far. Raymond said he's missing too much. Way too much. Way too much. Adani T with the Badani. Rog D guy with the Brog. This doesn't work. We've seen it for 2 years. We have seen it for 2 years, and we've talked about it. Right? To me, I'm giving Josh Hart a 3 to 4 minute run. If by the 8-minute mark, Josh Hart is not contributing offensively the way you need him to, and teams are guarding him the way that the Cavs are guarding him, you got to pull him out of the game early. And by pulling him out of the game early, that means you can put him back in the game early. But clearly, against a double big lineup, Josh Hart's not the answer. Now, I wouldn't pull Josh Hart out of the starting lineup. I wouldn't fundamentally change the starting lineup. This is your starting lineup. But also, you're going to have to adjust your rotations. I'd pull Josh out early, and I'd bring him back in early. Probably at the end of the first, I'm ending the quarter with Josh Hart. I'd pull him out around the 8-minute mark, no later than the 7-minute mark, honestly. I mean, honestly, I might even consider pulling him out around the 9-minute mark, right? 3 to 4 minutes. Dork Nowitzki, what's up, Dork Nowitzki, right? Eric C said, not just threes, not taking the open runner, then tossing up a ridiculous shot was a poor decision, lacks confidence. Yeah, he's thinking too much, he's hesitating. Not entirely sure what offensive move he wants to go to. Instead of taking that little floater, like you said, Eric, good point. He takes one more dribble than he needs to and instead gets closed out on by Jared Allen. Towns was setting a nice Gortat screen for him in the paint, and Jared Allen was just going to wait under the rim for him. And instead of Josh Hart pulling up and knocking down like a little 6-foot floater, which we know he can knock down. We know he's got a floater in his game. Instead, he takes one more dribble to the rim, and then Jared Allen is waiting for him there. He hits a pump fake and then spins, and they got nowhere to go. And he's got no outlets because everybody's expecting him to take the shot there because he's open on going towards the basket. And instead, he has to turn around and throw up a terrible off-balance flip shot, and he misses it badly. So yeah, the confidence is fading right now for Josh Hart's offensive game. But then, like I said, the defense also hasn't been spectacular. The defense was spectacular the first two games. Not good, not great, spectacular from Josh Hart. He took on the Jalen Johnson matchup. He switched on to CJ McCollum. He shut both of those guys down, right? He took on, who did he guard in the Phillies series? Paul George. We had Mikal Bridges on Maxey. We had Anunoby on Paul George. We had Towns on Anunoby. Who do we have? VJ Edgecombe? I forget who Josh Hart was guarding, but he was fantastic defensively when he got switched out on the perimeter against any of those other guys Josh Hart was. And then in this series, the defense hasn't been great. He doesn't have a good matchup against Donovan Mitchell here. But again, all of this could be corrected by one simple thing. Sub him out of the game a little bit earlier. Corey Thorne, what's up, Corey? Victor Marquez, what's up, Victor? Is Shaman in the game now? We will see. We're coming in after this timeout. We'll see who we come out with. I expect some substitutions to be made. King Tomador, what's up, King? This will be a repeat of Game 1, Harden and Mitchell certified chokers. You don't want it to be a repeat of Game 1. You want to solidly take a lead and run away with it. Estelle said, love VJ Edgecombe. I do love VJ Edgecombe too. Here we go. We're back into it, and no substitutions have been made by the Knicks, and the Knicks almost get a turnover. Strus picks up the loose ball. They swing it out to Merrill. They get it up top to Harden. How do we not make a substitution, Mike Brown? They swing it over to Merrill, wide open left corner three off the offensive rebound. He can't get it to go down. Towns snatches a rebound. Quick outlet to Brunson. Brunson off and running. Attacking Harden. Almost loses the handle. Picks it back up and leaves it off for Towns. Towns has it up top. Hands it off to Brunson. How do we not make a substitution, Mike Brown? How do we not make a substitution, brother? Trust your bench. Don't get Tom Thibodeau on me now. Brunson up top, swings it over to Bridges, inside to Josh Hart. Josh Hart leaves it off for Bridges, cutting along the baseline, gets knocked out of bounds by the Cavs. It'll stay here with the Knicks with 3.8 on the shot clock. Man, can we get some spacing out there, man? Can we get some spacing out there, Mike Brown? What are we doing, brother? What are we doing? Brunson gets it into Josh Hart. Josh Hart with the shot clock winding down, little fall-away jumper in the paint, and he gets it to go down. Hopefully that can get him calibrated with the shot. There you go, Josh. There you go. That's his 6th attempt from the field here tonight. It's a lot of attempts, Josh. It's a lot. Nobody's taking more than 2. Harden has it on the right wing, being guarded by Hart. They get over to Anunoby. They get it over to Allen, over to Merrill, over to Wade. Pump fakes against Brunson, spins, swings through to his left, down the lane. Anunoby reaches in, gets the steal. OG Anunoby looking like OG Anunoby out there. He's going to look to a drive in the lane, leaves it off for Bridges, and he goes up and he gets the layup to go. Look at OG Anunoby looking like OG Anunoby. It might have just been a rusting for OG. We love to see him play this way. Adam Hurley, what's up, Adam? Here comes Harden, bringing it down, up top, being guarded by Hart, coming to his left, off the screen, driving it down, swings it out. Merrill, wide open, right wing three. Bridges giving up too much space. Merrill can't make him pay as he misses the three. Towns the rebound over to Hart. Hart shot out of a cannon, pushing it the other way. He sees a lane. He's going in. He gets caught in the air. He kicks it out to Brunson. Brunson swings it out to Bridges, attacking to his right, blowing past Jared Allen in the lane. Scoop layup, can't get it to go. A lot of contact. Allen kicks it out to Harden, is pushing the other way. Bridges were looking for a foul. He didn't get it. They get over to Dean Wade. Left corner three. Bridges late to contest, and Dean Wade makes him pay by knocking down the three. Where are the substitutions? We got McBride and Robinson over the scores table. We're approaching 8 minutes into the quarter. Mike Brown, make a substitution, brother. I know you got him at the scores table now, but you waited way too long. They get over to Towns, quickly goes to the basket to attack. Lefty layup, got it to go past Jared Allen. Tough, strong drive from Karl-Anthony Towns and a tough finish in the paint. You love to see it. Karl-Anthony Towns be aggressive. By the way, everybody in the starting lineup has scored, and they've scored early. Max Strus bringing it down. He has it up top. We got a 3-point ball game here, 20-17. Knicks trail by 3. Jared Allen up top. He's going to drive it against Towns. Stop, turn, flips it up to the left hand. He smokes it. Towns the rebound over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart bringing it down. Shot out of a cannon. All the way to the rim. Stops short. Kicks it out to Towns. Towns up top. Pump fakes from the logo. Trying to drive it past Jared Allen. Putting his head down. Attacking. A lot of contact to the rim. Layup. Got it to go. Where is my foul? My goodness, Jared Allen all over him. Bumping him with the body. The body. It's the foul with the body. And we got 3:39 to go, by the way. And again, no substitutions. I don't like that at all, not one bit. Get the bench in there, Mike Brown. What is this substitution pattern? Maybe he's trying to get the starters to play through whatever they got them playing, whatever they got them in whatever miasma they're in. But at the same time, with Mobley out of the game, I get it. But man, get some substitutions in there. Josh Hart should not be playing the first 8 minutes of the quarter. That is way too long. I was talking about 3 to 4 minute leash on Josh Hart to start the game. I don't like that at all. Jason, what's up, Jason? Once that Cavs double big comes out of the game, it gets so much easier for us. Yeah, there's no way we should consistently stick with Josh Hart in the starting lineup if he's not knocking down the threes. If he is, then you should be able to survive it. But when he's not, like he wasn't in game 1 and like he hasn't been tonight, you got to get him out of that game going up because of the double big lineup. The second Mobley or Allen subs back out of the game, throw Josh Hart back out there. But until then, he's got to come out of the game if he's not knocking down the perimeter shot. Victor Marquez said, I think Mike Brown is waiting for the Cavs 22-point lead again. I think the strategy and the mindset of Mike Brown in waiting this long to get subs in the game is a little bit of trying to get this starting lineup to find some rhythm again. But I don't like it. Karl-Anthony Towns, our leading scorer. He's 3 for 3 from the field, 7 points, 4 boards, 1 assist. Last couple of drives to the rim was him just being aggressive with no Evan Mobley on the court and attacking Jared Allen. Anunoby with 2 points and 2 assists. He's looking like OG Anunoby. The way he's moving, he's being aggressive with the ball in his hands. You love to see it. Chi-Chi, what's up, Chi-Chi? Mike Hirsch said, Mike Tibroundo. Yeah, Yeah. Why? Like, we got rid of Tom Thibodeau for this exact reason. Because of his reluctance to go to the bench and his dogmatic approach to his game planning. And I've not been impressed with Mike Brown's dogmatic approach to his game planning so far, running the same things that got them into a 22-point hole in game one, and then not going to the bench until 8 minutes into the first quarter. That is way too long without substitution. Even if the starting five was playing fantastically, that's way too long without a substitution, which to me tells me that I think he's sticking with the starting lineup to try and get them out of whatever funk they're in from perimeter shooting. But a lot of the perimeter shooting is mostly coming down to Josh Hart not knocking down his shots. He's 2 for 6 from the field tonight so far. And also by the fact, it is a bad sign when Josh Hart takes 6 shots to start the game. Because obviously the Cavs' game plan is to funnel all the offense to Josh Hart and force Josh Hart to beat the Knicks. And or force Josh Hart to beat the Cavs. You know what Josh Hart's not doing right now? He ain't beating the Cavs by himself. So get him out of the game. Get somebody else in the game. We could put Josh Hart back in when it's a more favorable matchup for him. Gigi said, I be switching their names, but that one is good. Yeah, that is a good one. That is a good one. Mike Tilbrando, that is pretty good. MBM said, a little Faith Cafe is serving cold water. Hopefully the Knicks spray that all over their face. Hopefully somebody throws it in Mike Brown's face so he can snap out of whatever decision-making funk he's in right now, because I don't like it. I don't like it. Mike Hurst said, we also need Mitch in before the Cavs are over the limit. There haven't been too many foul calls at all. So if the Cavs want to put themselves over the limit, that's fine. Here we go. We're into it. Back out of the timeout. Schroeder bringing it down. Hands it off to Merrill. Merrill being guarded by McBride. Coming to his left. Gets it over to Strus. Almost a steal, and it is a steal. Good pressure from McBride. Shaman comes over for the steal. And then they get over to Brunson, and it is a foul out on the perimeter on Sam Merrill going for the steal. There you go. There you go. Deuce McBride, Landry Shaman into the game. Immediately a defensive impact to get the steal. Shaman in, got a steal. Deuce in too. Yep. So now we got Bridges, Brunson, Robinson, Shaman, and McBride. I don't love the platoon substitutions. I don't hate it either, but I would prefer to bring in a guy earlier than 8 minutes into the game. That's just me. I'm going to keep harping on it because I don't think it's a good decision. Let's see how it plays out. Brunson driving to his right, blowing past the defense, throws a wild cross-court pass to McBride, extra pass to Shaman. He's going to pump fake, set himself. Good defense from Merrill. Shaman can't get the three off. Excellent defense from Merrill. They get over to Bridges. Bridges looking to attack the open space. A floater, got it to go down. Mikal Bridges continues to be pretty dang excellent, especially offensively. We got a little over 3 minutes to go here in this first quarter, and Mobley has it on the right wing, being guarded by Robinson. Mobley puts him in the post. Pulls it all the way back out to the perimeter. Robinson staying in front. He crosses over to his left to kick it out to Merrill. Merrill extra pass to Dennis Schroeder, being guarded by Brunson. Swings through to his right up the screen. They go under. They get it out to Mobley. He's 2 for 2 from 3. Pump fakes against Robinson. Taking the baseline against him. Reverse dunk for Evan Mobley. Robinson way too aggressive getting out to Mobley's three-point shot. Like, why are you overreacting to Mobley knocking down 2 threes to start the game? Let him jack up threes all night long. They get it inside the Robinson in the paint. Gets wrapped up by Sam Merrill. He's going to the foul line for 2. Merrill just wraps him up and says, I'll send you to the free throw line. All right, Big Mitch, knock down your free throws. Again, Sam Merrill, excellent IQ out there. He's played fantastically. He didn't overrun Landry Shaman at the three-point line, and he kept him out there, didn't give him an open look, and forced him to pass it over to McBride. And down here, he gets switched on to Robinson. As Robinson was rolling onto the rim, he was the last defender. And instead of allowing Robinson to get a layup or just conceding the basket to him, he just wraps him up and grabs him, sends him to the foul line for 2 free throws. Knicks is just going to... They get outplayed by Sam Merrill right now. Knicks got to find a way to play better. Robinson misses the first free throw, a straight line drive. Brother, you got to get it over the rim, Mitch. Come on, man. Gigi said, I need the refs to show us some respect at home. Call those fouls on Katrick. He's getting hammered. He is getting hammered. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. Robinson misses the first free throw. He's got another one coming. AP, what's up, AP? We're supposed to be playing a tired team? No. Not necessarily true. Not necessarily true. I mean, that's the excuse that Philadelphia uses. Nobody else ever uses that excuse. Dennis Schroeder bringing it down. He has it up top. Coming to his right. Shaman picks him up off the screen. Robinson missed both free throws, by the way. That goes on the bingo card. Schroeder coming to his right. Throws the floater up. Dennis Schroeder throws the floater up. Can't get it to go. Bridges comes flying in for the rebound. Mikal Bridges continues to play excellently, man. I love the way he's played. They swing it out to McBride. Quick catch and shoot out of the right corner. Deuce McBride. Way to get in the game and get those 3 points up, Deucey. Knicks take a 2-point lead here, 2 minutes to go. Timer, come on, timer. Keep up, timer. Donovan Mitchell, stop and pop from 3 off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Good boxing out from McBride. Allows Shaman to come in for the rebound. And now here comes Bridges. Leaves it off for Brunson. Brunson up top, picked up by Mobley. Brunson coming to his left. Mitchell hedges out and switches on to Brunson. Brunson directing traffic, telling Shaman to come through. Brunson coming to his right for Shaman screen. Pull up three for Jalen Brunson. He's open. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. We got to get those to go down, JB. They're wide open on the pull up. We know you can knock them down. And we got 1:42 to go here. We have shot clock violation. We have 2 consecutive missed free throws. We got to fill those in. Remind me, guys, when we get to the break here. We have 1:40 to go. Here comes Dennis Schroeder bringing it down. 2-point lead for the Knicks, 24-22. 1:30 to go here in this first quarter. Mobley has it up top, coming to his right, dancing with it against Robinson. Dancing with it, mid-range pull-up jumper. He's feeling himself. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. That's what I'm saying. Allow Mobley to shoot these jump shots. You feeling it, Mobley? Go ahead. Launch away these jump shots all night long. We'll live with that. Brunson down the lane in the paint. Throws a lob up top. Robinson was not expecting it. He thought Brunson was shooting the floater. They get over to Merrill. He's going to attack the paint. Reverse layup for Merrill. He got it to go. Brunson's floater hit the rim, but he was throwing it up to Mitchell Robinson. Robinson thought he was shooting a floater, and the ball careened off the rim wildly, and it went away from Robinson. He couldn't even grab the loose ball there. Brunson bringing it down the other way. They get over to Shamit. He'll catch. He'll pump fake. They get it back to up top to Brunson, being guarded by Donovan Mitchell. He's going to look to isolate. Brunson attacking to his left, driving it down, and he gets a bump from Donovan Mitchell. It's a foul on the floor. 48 seconds to go here. TT in the morning. What's up, TT? Where's our wedgie? We're not going to get the wedgie up here. I have a plan to bring the wedgie back at some point, but it's not going to be through the bingo card. I got a plan next season for the wedgie, brother. I got y'all. Yeah, I don't think I got y'all, but I got y'all. The wedgie will make its return, but not during this postseason run. Adani to you with the Badani. Come on, Cavs. Make up for last game's miscalculation. Wasn't a miscalculation. They get it into Landry Shamet, being guarded by Donovan Mitchell. Shamet hands it off to Brunson. Brunson swings through to his left. Mitchell switches onto him. Brunson coming to his right, driving it down, step back, pump fake, spins, kicks it out to Shamet. Right corner, gets caught in the air, back to Brunson, back to Shamet. Shamet a floater at the shot clock buzzer, can't get it to go, and a loose ball foul on Shamet, trying to box out Mitchell Robinson. There you go, Big Mitch. Way to have an impact. Keno Hart said, wedgie is a waste, should be a long odds bonus. I got y'all. That's kind of where my mindset is, Keno Hart. I got y'all for next year. The wedgie will make its return, but not through the bingo card and not during this playoff run. But I got some ideas for next season. Chaotic Style said, Brunson forcing the action so early in the game. Who do you want the ball here? Mikal Bridges, he's 3 for 4, 6 points. He's done a great job playing off ball. Robinson misses yet another free throw. Who do you want the ball in their hand? Shamet multiple times has kicked it out the last second to Brunson, forcing him to make a shot by himself. We know McBride's not creating by himself. This is the offense, guys. This is the offense. When Karl Anthony Towns is out of the game, this is the offense. You don't have any other creators out there. Suns Gen, happy trails to you until we wedge again. As Robinson goes 0 for 4 from the foul line here to start in the first quarter. Come on, Big Mitch. Come on, man. Donovan Mitchell bringing it down. Brunson hedges out. Mitchell swings it over to Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder with the pass fake. Gets it back up top to Mitchell, being guarded by Landry Shamet. Driving to his left in the paint. Hop step. Kicks it out to Merrill. Wide open right wing 3 from Merrill. Merrill continues to misfire. Mobley the offensive rebound over to Merrill. Merrill down the lane. Kicks it back out to Mobley. Mobley being guarded by Brunson. They get it up top to Dennis Schroeder. They hand it off to Donovan Mitchell. Offensive rebounds, but also giving up wide open threes to Merrill. They're catching up right there. Sidestep, pull up 3 for Donovan Mitchell, and he rattles it in to end of the first quarter buzzer. The Knicks, not a very good first quarter here. Bridges a three-quarter court heave well short. Not a very good first quarter at all, and it's a 3-point deficit. Just that said, Mitch 1 for 8 in game 1. I thought he was 2 for 8. Either way. TT in the morning said, you got to talk to your boy Chevy. Robinson got to split these free throws at least. It's the lowest bar I could possibly set, TT in the morning. I say it all the time. The lowest bar I could possibly ever set is 50%. Right? And I'll only ever really set it for Mitch. 50% is what I'm looking at. Brother, you got to split these free throws. You got to split the free throws. They're straight line drives. They're not even close. It'd be different if they were rattling in and out, hitting the back of the rim. Maybe it wasn't getting a friendly roll on the rim, which he never does because he throws up a brick. He throws up a rock at the rim. It's not soft at all. Chris Baskerville, what's up, Chris? Everyone calm down. We still got Clarkson. We'll probably see Clarkson come into the game. We'll see Alvarado come into the game. Karl Anthony Towns should probably start the second quarter. MEM said, great start. I think that's a pretty bad start, honestly. I think the Knicks got off to a pretty bad start overall. There's some good in there, obviously. There was some good in there that the Knicks did, but I think overall, it's a pretty bad start. I didn't like the start. I don't like the start at all. I don't like the game plan. I don't like the substitution pattern. I don't even particularly like this lineup. This lineup's not terrible, but I don't really love this lineup either. Mike said, Mitchie only shot one free throw that looked okay. Yeah, it didn't even look good. It looked okay. It didn't look terrible. Kennard said, Mitch is the worst free throw shooter I've ever seen. Did not see Wilt. And I think he's bottom 5 all time. Yeah. And you know what's even crazier, Keenahar? If you go look at the stats, he has gotten worse every single season of his career. How do you get worse at free throws every single season of your career? How do you get worse at free throw shooting? Should go the other way. Gigi said, it's understandable. Everyone loves Mitch. Good rim protection, but I'd rather have a big that can make free throws. No. It's not about having a big that can make free throws, because that limits Mitchell Robinson's impact to simply putting the ball in the basket when we know that's not what his impact is. We've had this conversation before, Chi-Chi. We've had this conversation before. That's 4 points wasted. We should be up 1. Sure, you can make that argument, but also Mitchell Robinson has kept 2 possessions alive with offensive rebounds. Well, not offensive rebounds, but getting fouled. Getting fouled by going for offensive rebounds. Donovan Music said it's going to be a rough night again. There are very obvious changes the Knicks can make to not only their game plan, but their rotation pattern here that will help them move forward in this game, and they're just not taking advantage of it at all right now. Chaos Kid said, Robinson killing us? I don't think Robinson's necessarily killing us. Like, he's not helping. Don't get me wrong. I'm not here to protect Robinson, but I think he is very low on the totem pole of things that the Knicks need to do better in that first quarter moving forward. Old school to boat school. Fire Mitchell Robinson's free throw coach. People have been saying that for a long time, his offseason coach. He just does not appear to be a very good trainer. But you know, Mitchell Robinson is a very loyal guy. So he's going to stick with his guy. We'll leave it at that. Rich Smith with the Rich Smith. Giving up threes is bad. That's what I'm saying, Rich Smith. That is number 1 priority right now. The Knicks have given up three wide open 3-point shots to Sam Merrill. They are lucky to be down 3 right now. And it's not because Mitchell Robinson missing free throws. They allowed Sam Merrill 3 wide open catch and shoot threes. Randy said, if Mitch wants to stay on the court, he needs to hit those free throws for real. I don't think the free throw is like I said, it's a big deal. I'd take that back. It's not a big deal. It's a deal. It is an issue. But I don't think it's the reason why you would pull him off the court. He does far too many good things to pull him off the court because he's missing free throws. He'll knock him down eventually. He won't go 0 for 10 or anything like that. That'd be disastrous. Then maybe you pull him out of the game. Strus misses a 3. Here we go. Start of the second quarter. Alvarado is out there with Towns, McBride, Shaman, and Hart. Alvarado swings it over to Josh Hart, who hands it off to McBride. McBride on the right wing, pump fakes against Max Strus. Jab step, pump fake, swings through to his right on the baseline. Pull-up jumper for Deucey. Rattles it in for Deuce. McBride being nice and aggressive. Deuce, we love to see it. Donovan Mitchell bringing it down. The Cavs are out there with Mitchell, Schroeder, Mobley, Merrill, and Strus. Mitchell driving to his right, blows past the defense, Kublai with the right hand, got it to go past Karl Anthony Towns there. Donovan Mitchell continues to get to that right hand, and he's laboring on the ankle, right? Re-aggravated that ankle in game 1. He's laboring on it, and the Knicks are allowing him to get to that right hand. Force him left, Knicks. I know it's easier said than done, but come on. Towns catch and shoot straight away 3. There you go, Karl Anthony Towns. We love to see it. We're tied at 29 here. They get it over to Merrill. He's going to attack Towns off the bounce, gets under the rim, leaves it off for Max Strus, taking the baseline, loses the handle, picks it up. They're poking at it. He goes up, flips it up at the rim, can't get it to go, can't get the tip, can't get the second tip. Mobley gets the 3rd tip. Somebody got to help out on the boards. Come on, Josh, where you at? Karl Anthony Towns, where you at? I know you're contesting at the rim, but you got to be there. Somebody got to be there to help snag these rebounds. Excellent attack from the Cleveland Cavaliers. They get over to McBride. McBride has it up top, being guarded by Donovan Mitchell. They get it over to Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns being guarded by Max Strus. Swings through to his left, driving it down against Mobley. All the way to the rim. Kublai with the right hand. Got it to go. And again, a lot of contact, no fouls called. Get your hands off of me. Karl Anthony Towns battling through this contact here tonight. Here comes Dennis Schroeder, who has it up top, being guarded by Alvarado. Schroeder bringing it out. Yeah, Schroeder bringing it out, being guarded by Alvarado. My goodness, my apologies. Here comes Mitchell, swings it out to Dennis Schroeder, left wing 3. Alvarado giving up too much help. Can't get the 3 to go. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Quick outlet to Josh Hart. Josh Hart bringing it down. Leaves it off for Alvarado on the right wing. He's going to pump fake from 3. He's going to wait for Towns. Now he's going to come off the Josh Hart screen, coming to his left. Alvarado swings it over to Karl Anthony Towns, being guarded by Strus, over to McBride. Quick catch and fire from the left corner. Can't get that one to go. Josh Hart knocking the rebound loose, but Dennis Schroeder right there to pick it up, and he's bringing it down. Dennis Schroeder up top, attacking Alvarado, blows right past him down the lane. Stripped by Alvarado, out of bounds, and it's off of Dennis Schroeder, and the ball's going to go back to the Knicks. Raymond said, the other day I saw Mitch hitting 3s at practice. They're NBA players, brother. These guys can hit anything. They could hit half-court shots at will at practice. Game speed and playing speed is completely different. Zero tolerance, Bunny Ken. What's up, Zero tolerance? Mitch got a free throw, coach. Fire him the morning. The Mitch, that's his buddy. He is not going to fire his buddy, unfortunately. Jalen Tyson in the game. Alvarado loses the handle to kick it out to Deuce McBride. We did not see Tyson in game 1. He's here. McBride dancing with it. Over to Josh Hart. Over to McBride, who gets fouled going up from 3. McBride saying no. And they're immediately going to go look to see if they can challenge it. And they're going to use a challenge. Show us the replay. Let's see. Donovan Mitchell immediately signaled the challenge. Let's see it. Mitchell. Ooh, gets all ball on that one. That's as clean as you can get it. That is a good challenge. That'll be a successful challenge. As a matter of fact, I'm so sure it'll be a successful challenge. Adani said Alvarado is playing bad today. Brother, he's been in the game for like 2 minutes. He's been in the game for 2.5 minutes. He's not playing bad. My goodness. We have shot clock violation. We do have 2 consecutive missed free throws. We have 4 consecutive missed free throws, actually. And this will be a successful challenge. So let's fill that in immediately right now. It will be a successful challenge, so I'm just going to go ahead and update the bingo card now. Fill those 3 spots in, and boom. Chaos Kid said, I take satisfaction that he's blowing his bag this summer. Who's that? Mitch? Rich Smith said, but it will go back. Knicks? Yeah, it looked like they had imminent possession, but they did not show the remainder of that replay. I assume it's going to go back to the Knicks. Amy Machula said, maybe they won't foul him from 3-point range. Mike Hurst said, that's as clean as my mom's kitchen floor. She's a neat freak. Yeah, man, it's pretty clean. It can't get any cleaner than that. Chaotic Style said, I hate the challenge rule. I don't mind it. I do disagree with the notion that you should have unlimited challenge, but I also understand that having to use challenges because the officials are not good at their jobs and then losing, like what happened with the Spurs last night. Ms. Johnson had to use 2 challenges in the first half. Because they kept calling fouls on Wemby that weren't fouls. So Coach Mitch Johnson of the Spurs had to use 2 challenges to save fouls being called on Wemby. Both of them were successful. They didn't have any challenges the remainder of the second half, and they continued to miscall fouls on Wembanyama all night long. Just that's the Spurs challenge in the first 2 minutes. It was a Wembanyama foul, and obviously you want to save Wembanyama fouls. Donna Moore Music, what's up, Don? I feel like you shouldn't lose anything for a successful challenge, only unsuccessful. The only issue I have with that, and I saw a counter to this argument, and we'll talk about it in a second. The only issue I have with that is that at that point, the stoppages in the game is just going to continue. It's going to be it's going to be challenge and then challenge another 3 minutes later, and then a challenge on 2 plays later, and then a challenge in the next play. And I get it. The officials aren't always getting the fouls wrong, so eventually you'll lose a challenge. But giving coaches an unlimited amount of possibilities to stop the game, so to tell the officials to go look at the monitors, to me is not a solution. I think it just causes more problems than it fixes. The argument against it that I saw earlier from somebody on Twitter, I wish I saw it, was that, well, the officials are stopping these games regardless to go to the monitors every couple of plays. So, Keenar said, need to change the rule. Successful challenge, no loss, but unsuccessful, more penalty. Unsuccessful challenge is more of a penalty? That's not bad. Again, it's hard for me to be like, you get unlimited challenges so long as you are correct in your challenges, because how many more stoppages do we want in basketball games? How many more stoppages, right? Estelle, great stream tonight. Appreciate you, Estelle. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Mike Hurst said, some of these calls are absurd. Some of them are absurd. And the Cavs get the ball back. Call was overturned. I guess they had imminent possession, guys. They didn't show the replay. They probably don't want to show us the replay because the refs probably got the call wrong, but he would go. Dennis Schroeder on the left wing, attacking off the Wade screen, going under the rim. Layup against Towns, got it to go. And we got the double big lineup out there. Towns and Robinson out there, 33-31. Under 9 to go. Clarkson is out there, along with Alvarado and Bridges. Alvarado has it up top, coming off a double screen. Alvarado gets it over to Towns, gets it back to Alvarado. Alvarado swings through twos right off the Towns screen, slips it over to Towns, rolling down the middle of the lane, gets blocked by Mobley, loose ball, Robinson battling for it, Mitchell ends up with it, and he's bringing it down the other way. Paint is just too congested. I don't like these Mike Brown rotations at all. Extra passing from the Cavs, end up with a wide open three for Dean Wade, can't get it to go. And the Knicks are just getting lucky defensively here. They have not had a good defensive game at all. Towns a left wing three, he misses it. His first missed three of the night. Second missed three of the night? Either way, he's hit 2 threes. He now missed this last one. Dennis Schroeder hands it off to Mitchell. Mitchell on the right wing. Dancing with it against Bridges, crossing over to his left, down the lane, Euros, kicks it out to Dennis Schroeder, extra pass to Jalen Tyson, wide open left corner threes, a knockdown three-point shooter, he misses that one. And again, another wide open three for the Cavs, and the Knicks just catching a break defensively. This is a horrific defensive game from the Knicks. The Cavs are picking them apart. They're just not knocking down their open threes. Abigail said, you're playing Alvarado's been quiet. Alvarado is still in the game. I thought he was out. McBride is out. Not sure why we're playing McBride like 3-4 minutes. You're going to have to have McBride out there for longer. Don't like the rotations tonight at all. At all. They get over to Alvarado. They get over to Bridges. Bridges gets it over to Towns. Towns high post, spins to the baseline against Wade, throws it up at the rim, draws a foul. He's going to the foul line for 2. Finally, Karl-Anthony Towns gets a foul call. Chaotic Style said 2 7-footers, no boards. I mean, they're picking up boards now. They haven't allowed an offensive rebound with the double big lineup out there. The problem is that it shrinks the paint. With Robinson out there, it allows Mobley just hang around in the paint. Although Robinson, we know, can have gravity onto himself because of his offensive rebounding. He's going to have to get more aggressive down there. He's only got 1 rebound so far, and it was a defensive rebound. Keenar said, all right, we're not playing well. I got to go to the store, reset this. All right, when Keenahara, he's going to have to go to the store. He's going to turn the game off. By the time you come back, Keenahara, the Knicks will be moving and grooving, brother. We got you. We got you. Anunoby's going to come back in. We have Anunoby, Towns, Bridges, Clarkson, and Alvarado in the game now. Mitchell Robinson comes back out. Why did he come in for like a minute and 2 stretch? What was that? Mike Hirsch said, Cat's free throws look so good. Can he teach Mitch? Nope. Nope. The Knicks have literally one of the best shooting coaches in the NBA in Peter Patton. And Peter Patton has been working with Mitchell Robinson. He just can't. He just can't knock down free throws for whatever it is. Towns misses the second free throw. He splits the pair. Can't be missing free throws outside of Mitchell Robinson's already given us more than enough missed free throws. Can't be missing free throws from other guys. Harden crossing over to his left off the Allen screen, picks up his handle over to Merrill, straightaway 3. He's open. Rattles in and out halfway down, but he can't get it to stay. Towns the rebound. Quick outlet to Bridges. Bridges bringing it down. Going at it. James Harden in the paint. Floater. Banks it in. Mikal Bridges continues to be spectacular here tonight. I think he's the only player who's been fantastic. Everybody else has been good to eh. And Bridges picks up a foul in the backcourt, pressuring Harden, trying to get the 8-second call. Mikal Bridges is bringing the fire. He's bringing the energy. Invisible no more. Mr. Invisible no more. Mitchell Robinson comes back in. Brunson comes back in. Towns goes to the bench. Alvarado goes to the bench. Chick said, OG's been great too. OG's been good. OG's been good. Again, I think Bridges has been the only great one. OG's been good. I think Brunson's been okay. I think Towns has been good. I think Bridges has been the only one who's been exceptional. Harden danced with it against Brunson one-on-one, all the way to the rim, gets blocked by Mitchell Robinson, out to Tyson, over to Merrill, wide open 3, comes up short on it. Brunson knocks the rebound loose. Tyson chasing it down, but it's going to go back to the Cavs. And they have 14 on their shot clock. Reset. Isaiah Garner said, the rust really messed us up. No excuses. I don't think this game is about rust. I think the Knicks have had a bad game plan. And I don't like the substitution of Mike Brown. And I don't think the Knicks have just overall played well. I don't think it has anything to do with rust here tonight. I think the Cavs are just playing better than the Knicks. Harden with a floater. Can't get it to go. Robinson with the rebound, but knocked out of his hands by Harden. Robinson not playing well tonight at all. Being guarding Harden now. Jab step. Jab step. Jab step. Harden dancing with the dribble now, attacking, pulls it back, slips it inside to Jared Allen against Anunoby, throws up the push shot, gets fouled by OG Anunoby. He's going to the foul line for 2. OG Anunoby way too handsy there. Should have had the steal, if we're being honest. Robinson with excellent defense against Harden there, forced the pass, and it was a lazy pass in the middle of the lane. Anunoby should have got that steal. Just that said, get 50 by the half, then run it. I mean, the Knicks They got to be looking at 60. As Jared Allen misses the first free throw. We love when our opponents miss free throws. Jared Allen does knock down the second free throw. Tied at 34. Anunoby gets it into Brunson. Brunson will bring it down against Wade. Approaching the halfway point of the second quarter. I don't think the Knicks have played very well at all. I don't think the Cavs have played very well. They've had wide open looks from three, not knocking any of them down. Bridges in the lane, throws up the floater, got it to go. Mikal Bridges, again, continues to be pretty spectacular. He continues to be spectacular here tonight. I love Mikal Bridges' game here tonight. Somebody else is going to have to step up and help him. I think Towns has been solid. Anunoby could do more. Brunson could do more. Robinson has been mostly bad. Harden down the lane. Foul line floater. Rattles it in. We're tied at 36, and Brunson will bring it down. And we are past the halfway point. Brunson up top being guarded by Dean Wade. Trying to get it back to Bridges. He clearly has the hot hand. Being guarded by Tyson. Bridges spins, coming to his right, over to Brunson. Brunson's going to look to attack, crosses over, dancing with it. Mid-range, rhythm dribble, pull back three, can't get it to go. Robinson with the tip up and in. There you go, big bitch. Start dominating them boards, brother. They need you out there. That's what they need from you. Merrill will bring it down. He's being guarded by Brunson. Merrill crossing over to his left, pulls it back out. Over to Jared Allen up top. Allen hands it off to Merrill, coming to his right of the screen. Rhythm dribble, pull up three. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Long rebound, Anunoby chases it down, gets it over to Brunson. Brunson pushing it. Brunson on the right wing, attacking Merrill. Goes right into him, kicks out to Anunoby, attacking to his left. In the lane, scoop layup. Got it to go for OG. And the Knicks go up by 4. Harden bringing it down. Sam Merrill has been a disaster from three-point range. He's going to continue to fire. He'll eventually knock him down. Harden against Clarkson, finds a lane, gets fouled by Jordan Clarkson. He's going to the foul line for 2. Mike Hurst said, vintage OG with the Savage Drive. It's nice to see Anunoby go to the basket for sure. I'm with that. Judge that said the Castle dunk, wish OG would do it. No, nobody's dunking the ball like Steph Castle, brother. He's a one of one in that regard. Maybe Anthony Edwards is the only other guy capable of that, healthy Anthony Edwards. Abigail said, there's the news LeBron will come back to the Cavs this coming season. I don't think that's news, Abigail. That's definitely not news. He's definitely somewhere on a beach chilling. Lewis said, Chevy, remember Shaquille O'Neal? You don't know how to shoot free throws, though, but he learned, right? No, he never learned. He was always about a 55% free throw shooter, brother. That was the thing about Shaq. He never learned how to shoot free throws. Harden knocks down both free throws, 2-point game, 40-38. Bridges bringing it down. Has it on the left wing, being guarded by Mitchell. Bridges coming to his right off of Josh Hart screen. Mitchell doing a great job staying connected. Not giving him any space to get over to Brunson. Coming off an off-ball screen from Hart. Brunson being guarded by Strus. Swings through to his left. Sees a double team. Now they retreat. Strus guarding Brunson. Brunson in the lane. Pump fake. Slips it inside to Josh Hart. Pulls it back out. Settles for the foul line. Fall away jumper off the back rim. Robinson knocks the rebound loose, but right to Harden. Harden bringing it down the other way. Picked up by Josh Hart. Josh Hart, man. Gonna have to knock down some shots, brother. Harden has it out on the perimeter. Brunson switches onto him. Harden attacking to his right. Now pulls it back. Swings it over to Mobley. Being guarded by Robinson. Swings through. Down the lane. Pass Robinson. Draws the foul. Mitchell Robinson, I just think, continues to be out of position here, both offensively and defensively. Not knocking down free throws. Not locking in defensively. I don't think he's played very well at all. Why are you jumping out to Mobley out by the three-point line? You're like half a step by the three-point line. If Mobley wants to shoot those threes over you, Robinson, let him. Really, unless that's the game plan, then run him off the three-point line, which is a horrendous game plan. I don't think that's the game plan. That is bad game plan discipline for Mitchell Robinson. I think he's been flat out bad tonight. I think he has been detrimental to the Knicks. And it's not because of the free throw shooting. If you're out there for rebounding and defense, you better be exceptional rebounding and defense, and he has not been. Adding on to the missed free throws. Mobley knocks down both free throws. Tied at 40. Bridges will bring it down. Bridges has it up top. Gets it over to Brunson, being guarded by Strus. Brunson gets it over to OG Anunoby. Anunoby isolated against Harden. Pulls it out, attacking to his left. Step back, pump fake, leans in, fall away, mid-range. Gets fouled by Harden. He's going to the foul line for 2. Okay, we'll take it. Queen said, why is Robinson here? For defense and rebounding. But if Robinson's not going to be very good defensively, and he's not going to dominate the boards, he ain't bringing you enough value. Not at all. Bella Tainman, what's up, Bella? Appreciate you. Anunoby knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Somehow the Knicks have a 1-point lead, and it's mostly because the Cleveland Cavaliers have been absolutely putrid from the three-point line, when you take into account how many open threes they have generated. Isaiah Garner said Knicks got to snap out of it for real. I think a lot needs to change for the Knicks. The game plan, the rotations, the lineups they're utilizing out there, how long they're keeping Robinson out there, how long they're keeping Josh Hart out there. I don't think either guy is providing a ton of value to your team right now. Mitchell blowing past Hart, pulls it back, step back, straightaway three over Josh Hart, well contested, comes up short. Can't get the bounce. Robinson good box out and rebound on Jared Allen. Here comes Mikal Bridges bringing it down. Bridges on the left wing, attacking, stops, pulls it out. Trying to get it to Brunson. They do. He's being guarded by Harden. Brunson going to run a pick and roll to Robinson. Brunson crosses over to his left, swings it over to Bridges. Bridges attacking to his right, middle of the lane in the paint, kicks it out Josh Hart. Wide open right corner three. Josh Hart finally gets one to go down. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Josh. Gonna have to knock him down, Josh. They're leaving you open. He's now 1 for 4 from 3. We'll take it. Mitchell has it up top. Brunson hedges out hard. They get it out to Strus. Strus attacking to his right in the lane. Fends off of Brunson, and they call an offensive foul on Max Strus. Brunson looked like he definitely took a dive and flopped there. But we'll take it. When it benefits your team, we'll take it. Let's see. Brunson's off balance, but he definitely sells that. That's a flop. He definitely sells it. MEM said, acting 101. Yeah, that's a flop. That's a flop from Brunson right there. He got the benefit of the whistle on that one. Mike Hurst said, if this is a trend, we're cooking. I mean, we've talked to it. If Josh Hart can knock down the open ones, right, the Knicks would have a double-digit lead because he's been open all game long. Brunson bringing it down. But in the same vein, the Cavs have missed wide open three after wide open three. It's the reason why the Knicks have a lead right now. Brunson, pump fake, leans in, throws up a three, looking for a foul. He didn't get it. Brunson doing way too much foul grifting right now. Brother, play basketball. Here comes Mitchell bringing it down against Hart, blows past him, and a foul is called in the backcourt. And we're going to get a timeout from the Knicks. Jalen Brunson, 2 points tonight, 1 for 5 from the field, doing way too much worrying about trying to draw a foul here. Mike said, bad shot from JB. He didn't even really want to shoot it. He pump faked, Harden went straight up, and Brunson tried to jump into him for a foul. Harden did a great job of just kind of leaning away and being like, I don't know, what are you doing, Jalen Brunson? Terrible shot. Terrible shot from Brunson. Again, doing way too much grifting. Brother, play basketball. What are you doing? You're better than this. Right? When players like Jalen Brunson start to do that, I look at you crazy. What are you doing, Brunson? What is that? That's disgusting. We don't need that. You're better than that. Why? Why? MEM said the Shea syndrome. I mean, honestly, that's the Dwayne Wade syndrome, but, you know, everybody likes to pretend like that's a new thing, as if Kobe Bryant practically didn't invent it. But, you know, Kobe never did any wrong throughout his career, so we'll leave it at that. Chick said, F it, Harden stays flopping and Cat gets 0 whistles, let JB equal it out. Yeah, I mostly think the fouling majority of games ends up equaling out throughout the game. But Joe said, how many timeouts do teams get a game? Isn't it 8 timeouts? Technically, it's supposed to balance out where you have about 4 timeouts a quarter. I mean, 4 timeouts a half, right? Don't you get 8 timeouts? It's either 6 or 8. I think it's 8. Corvus, what's up, Corvus? Robert Klink, what's up, Rob? Gigi said, only 2 points for JB. Come on, get it together. Yeah, I'm with you. 2 points for Jalen Brunson. Not getting it done, brother. 1 for 5 from the field, not getting it done. Towns with 13, Bridges with 10, Hart with 7, Anunoby with 6. Everyone else is starting to get buckets. JB, where are you at? Where are you? And somehow the Knicks hold a 5-point lead. The Knicks hold a 5-point lead mostly because the Cleveland Cavaliers have been absolutely horrendous from 3. Bella Taman with a subscription. Appreciate you, Bella. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Randy, what's up, Randy? We're not doing that again. I thought we went away from playing this way. JB knows better. Yeah. I mean, it's not something he often goes to, but occasionally he goes to it. And he's doing it at the wrong time right now and did it in a situation where clearly he wasn't going to get the benefit of the whistle. Josh Hart did a great job. James Harden did a great job of going straight up and staying away from Brunson, and Brunson tried to jump into him. Even if the contact was made, I don't think that should have been a foul. Terrible decision from Brunson. Vic said, I think it's 7 timeouts a game. 7 sounds right. 7 sounds right. Robert Klink said, I'm not worried about Brunson. He'll be there. Yeah, I'm not worried about Brunson either, but, you know, he's got 2 points in the first half. Like, if Brunson plays better, do the Knicks have a 10-point lead right now? You know, like, that's kind of my mentality when I look at stuff like that. Donnie said, JB, a master of flops, should have gotten 2 technicals already. Everybody in the league flops, brother. Unfortunately. Draper Hernandez, what's up, Draper? Brunson missing too many shots, needs to wake up. For sure. Karl-Anthony Towns with 13 and 6, by the way. 6 rebounds for Karl-Anthony Towns. He's out there snagging them rebounds. I would love to see this starting lineup, but Josh Hart subbed out for like a Shaman or a McBride. And I don't know why that's not a lineup we went to at all in this first half. Didn't go to it at all. Hate that. Bella said, are we a Knicks, Cavs, or mixed crowd here? We're mostly Knicks in this chat as a resident Knicks fan here. So my coverage for Knicks games only is heavily biased towards the Knicks. Right? We are a mostly Knicks crowd here. But we do got some Cavs fans in the chat. Shout out all the Cavs fans in the chat. Bella, go Knicks. Absolutely. Rogdy guy said, JB taking lessons from Embiid. I mean, he was watching Shea last night flop around like a fish. That's what happened. Donovan Mitchell at the foul line for 2 free throws. They're in the bonus. He knocks down the first one. He's got another one coming. Adani said Cavs in 5. And that's the mentality you got to have, Adani, for sure. Foong Pei said, shout out Verjao and Kauskas. Donovan Mitchell knocks down both free throws. 42-45. Mikal Bridges bringing it down. We're under 3 to go. It's being guarded by Donovan Mitchell. Bridges has it up top, pulls it out. Cross-court pass to Hart, who wasn't even expecting the ball. Hands it off to Brunson, jab step, coming to his left off an Anunoby screen. Harden switches onto him. Brunson's going to go to work, crossing over to his right. Step back, swings it out to Josh Hart, wide open right corner 3. Another one, comes up short on it. Anunoby comes flying in, can't get the tip dunk attempt, I guess. Can't get it to go down, and here come the Cavs. Mitchell has it up top. Bridges poked the ball loose, but Strus able to pick up the loose ball. Out to Harden in the left wing 3. Harden gets it to go down. And we're tied at 45. A little over 2 minutes to go here, guys. We're tied at 45. Brunson has it up top, swings through to his left against Strus. Brunson gets it over to Towns. Towns being guarded by Mobley. Towns faces up, leaving Josh Hart wide open. Over to Josh Hart, over to Anunoby, back to Josh Hart. Swings through to his left, spins off of Jared Allen. Beautiful move from Josh Hart. Got the layup to go. Beautiful move from Josh Hart. But again, brother, we got to knock down some perimeter shots, big dog. You're 1 for 5 from 3. Like, they're leaving you open for a reason. Mitchell down the lane, they swing it out to Mobley. Mobley fires up a 3 over Towns. He does a great job of daring him to shoot it. He obliges and he misses it. You can't get fooled by Evan Mobley knocking down 2 early threes, Mitch. That's an excellent defense from Towns. Bridges blows past the defense, leaves it out for Hart, kicks it out to Anunoby. He's going to pump fake. 1 dribble in, step back 3 straight away. Got it to go for OG Anunoby. There you go. And the Knicks retake a 5-point lead. 5-point swings between the two teams here. Knicks had a 5-point lead. Cavs cut it to be tied. And now the Knicks get the 5-point lead back, 50-45. We got a little over a minute to go. Harden has it up top, being guarded by Brunson on a switch. Harden's going to isolate and look to take advantage of the matchup. Dancing with it. Crosses over to his right, putting his head down, attacking in the lane, floater over Towns. Got it to go. Vintage Harden on that possession. My goodness. I didn't even know Harden could be that quick anymore. They get over to Anunoby, dances with it against Mobley, in the paint, step back, mid-range, fall away, comes up short. Okay, I like Anunoby feeling it a little bit there, though. Don't love that shot over Mobley, but he's feeling it. Harden on the right wing, being guarded by Anunoby now on a switch. He's feeling it. Rhythm dribble, step back 3 over OG. Can't get it to go. Boxing out from Josh Hart. Can't get the rebound, but Bridges knocks the rebound over to Josh Hart. It dang near hits him in the face, but he picks it up. Over to Bridges, over to Brunson. Brunson being guarded by Strus. Brunson on the right wing. Mitchell switches onto him. Brunson attacking to his right. Stops, half spin, attacking, kicks it out. Josh Hart wide open. All the time in the world, big dog. And he got it to go down. That's what I'm talking about, big Josh. That's what I'm talking about. Knicks with a 6-point lead. 30 seconds to go. Get a stop. Take a 6-point lead into halftime. Get a stop, Knicks. Get a stop. Mitchell has it up top, being guarded by Josh Hart. Josh Hart struggled in that matchup. Mitchell up top. They show a double team. Over to Mobley. Middle of the lane. Throws a lob up top to Jared Allen. Catches, lays it up and in. And the Knicks continue to throw out these hard hedges and double teams off these screens. And Donovan Mitchell and James Harden are picking them apart all game 1 and now all of game 2 long. Josh Hart's going to walk into a pull-up 3, knock me down another one. He misses it badly, comes flying in, snatches his own offensive rebound. And a foul. And a foul's called on Max Strus. Somehow Josh Hart's hustle managed to get a wild foul call on Max Strus. We'll take it. We'll take it. Yeah, I can see Max Strus holding on to Josh Hart's arm for sure. That is a foul on Max Strus. Keenan Hart said, taking three, bad. Following shot for an offensive rebound, good. Yeah, you got to take the good with the bad, yeah. Deuce McBride's going to come in for the final possession here. The Knicks were not in the bonus, so it's side out of bounds for New York. And Anunoby got to get it in. You get it in the Brunson. He turns, fires out of the corner. Can't get it to go, and that'll be the end of the first half right there. AP said, I'm sorry, I just don't trust it. AP playing his role tonight. I know you do trust it, brother. I know you do trust it. Jalen Brunson, 2 points, 1 for 6 from the field. Donovan Mitchell, not that much better, 2 for 6 from the field himself for 7 points. He's gotten to the foul line, whereas Jalen Brunson has not. Mike Hurst said, JB almost hit a miracle 3 with 1 second left. He almost, yeah, I mean, that guy can knock down any shot from anywhere. Daniel Dash, what's up, Daniel Dash? Sounds excited and frustrated. I could hear Tim Legler in the background. You could hear Tim Legler in the background on my mic. Can you guys hear the TV in the background on my mic? I literally have it on as low volume as possible. It's on 1, but I could also lower it on the stream itself. I don't mean for you guys to hear any of that. S2 Mar said, talk about a lucky first half. Perfect avenue for us to go over the team stats, S2 Mar, because I completely agree. JDS, what's up, JDS? Are they cheating? I don't even know what that's in reference to, big dog. Nobody's cheating. Isaiah Garner said, JB and Mitchell seeing who can play worse. Jalen Brunson's winning that matchup, though. He's winning that matchup handedly right now. Astrology said, I can't. Thank you. Mr. Nixon, Cavs are making this competitive series. Harden and Hart are both having much better games this time. I wouldn't say much better games. Josh Hart took 12 shots in the first half. That's not good offense for the Knicks at all. Rich Smith said, there's no pace to this game. Not really. It's a good comment. I agree. Kinahara said, he must mean the magnets on the rims. That's what I'm thinking, Kinahara, but do we not know that those are memes and those are not real opinions? Anyway, let's go through the team stats. Miss Mar, what's up, Miss Mar? The background noise was nothing? I'll raise it back up. We do like a little bit of background noise, right? Just a little bit. Just enough to have a little bit of noise in the background, but not enough to just some white noise. All right, let's go through it. The Cavs are slightly winning the possession battle here. We talk about it every single night. How important is the possession battle? It's pretty dang important in predicting the winner, right? To win the possession battle means to win the basketball game. You want to take as many shots at the rim as possible. But take a look at this. The Knicks have made 5 more shots than the Cavs. 5 more shots than the Cavs. They only hold on to a 4-point lead here. 22-43, whereas the Cavs are 17-46. 37% from the field for the Cavs, 51% from the field for the Knicks. The Knicks are getting lucky here tonight. It's not good defense. The Knicks have not played good defense overall. They've had some good defensive sequences, of course, but it has not been a good defensive game overall for the Knicks. If they come out in the second half and play the exact same level of defense, the Cavs will win here tonight. They will win for sure. Mike's Sleeve, what's up, Mike? JB is saving himself for the fourth quarter. We will need it. We wouldn't need it as much if Jalen Brunson didn't wait 3 quarters to show up. If that's the case, if Jalen Brunson had a much better first half, the Knicks probably have a double-digit lead here. 3-point shooting, 6 for 21 from the Cavs, 6 for 19 for the Knicks. These have been wide-open looks for the Cavs. Obviously, not every single one of them, but these have been wide-open looks from the Cavs. The Knicks are lucky tonight. I can't emphasize that enough. The Knicks should not lead here. Cavaliers somehow find a way to put up 49 points while getting wide open 3 after wide open 3. Chaotic Styles and Marrow's missed like 5 threes, and all of them were wide open, Chaotic Styles. Every single one of them. He has not taken a contested 3 yet here tonight. Maybe one of them were contested. That's it. Maybe one of them. The free throw shooting is obviously a disaster for the Knicks with 4 missed free throws for Mitchell Robinson. He went 0 for 4 from the foul line, 3 for 8 from the Knicks. While the Cavs are 9 for 10. They are an excellent free throw shooting team. Mike Hurst said free throws keeping the Cavs in the game. Yep. Rebounding battle. The Cavs are winning it by a pretty hefty margin, 25-18. That ain't good enough. Mitchell Robinson, Karl-Anthony Towns, Josh Hart, where are you at? Offensive rebounds, 9 2-1 in favor of the Cleveland Cavaliers. An absolute disaster in that regard. You can't have one offensive rebound. Mitchell Robinson had the one. It was a tip up and in, and that's it. This is a disaster, though. Giving up 9 offensive rebounds, that's how you lose ball games. Suns Gen, old owner was a bad dude. Name one slightly better. Who is that? Oh, Matt Ishbia? Yeah. I mean, Matt Ishbia may be incompetent, but I don't know if he's a bad owner yet. He's got some time to make up. And he's already kind of made up for the quick Kevin Durant move, the desperate Kevin Durant move. Kind of already made up for it by getting Jalen Green and Dillon Brooks. Got them out of whatever funk that spot was putting them in. Project Slab with the Project Slab. It's frustrating because the Knicks really only lose to themselves. How do they have a lead? That's what I'm saying, Project Slab. We could walk out of that halftime with as poorly as the Knicks played with a 4-point lead and go, oh, okay, if they play better in the second half, like they have a 4-point lead. I don't know how they have a 4-point lead. I really don't. I genuinely, I'm at a loss for word. I know how. The Cavs missed wide open threes. They spared the Knicks, but I don't like their game planning, and I've harped on this since game one. I don't like the game plan. They are hedging out hard. So I don't know if you guys know what I mean when I say that. Sometimes I just throw terms out, not knowing whether or not you know them. I know most of you probably do know them. They're not difficult terms. If you've watched basketball, you've probably heard them before. When you hedge out on a screen, a ball handler is coming off the screen. Hedging out is the guy who's defending the screener will jet out and pick up the ball handler for probably you really want to do it for like one dribble, right? So when you hedge out, you then come up past your defender to then pick up and guard the ball handler. The object of the hedge out is to force a retreat dribble from the ball handler to allow the guy who was guarding initially the ball handler fighting through the screen to get around the screen, recover, and get back in front of the ball handler. And then the guy who hedged out can then swing back through and recover to probably a big man rolling to the rim. Now, the difference is that in modern basketball, you have much funkier lineups, much more skilled overall players all around in terms of players who can dribble, pass, and shoot, including big men. And so you could either get slips from screens where a guy is setting a screen, and then as soon as the ball handler goes to pass him, he stops setting the screen, leaves it, abandons the screen entirely, and slips into the open space. That's why it's called a slip screen. Because you're not really setting the screen, you're waiting till a guy gets past you, and then you are immediately slipping into the open spot, making yourself available for the guy with the ball. Especially, you slip screens, especially when a guy hedges out. When a guy hedges out, the big man or the screen setter slips the screen. It gives an open pocket pass for a split second. And if you're a good enough passer, like Donovan Mitchell and James Harden have proven to be, you can either lob it over the top to the guy slipping or throw what is called a slip pass and throw the bounce pass to the guy slipping the screen going to the rim. The Knicks have continuously hedged out on Donovan Mitchell and James Harden coming off these screens. And what it's allowed is for both Donovan Mitchell and James Harden to just pick the Knicks apart with their passing. It is completely a disastrous defensive game plan against specifically James Harden, but also Donovan Mitchell. It is not working at all. It did not work in game one at all, and it's not working so far here in game two, and I don't know why we continuously go to this game plan. I hope and expect a change of game plan in this second half. I hope. We will see. I don't like this game plan defensively at all. Rich Smith said Brunson only has 2 points. Yeah, he's trying to stink up the joint here tonight after our masterclass in game one. Adani said Cavs will dominate the third quarter. We will see. We will see which team makes an adjustment. The biggest adjustment the Cavs can make, honestly, is just to shoot better. They don't have to make too many game plan adjustments. Their game plan is working to perfection. They're leaving Josh Hart open from the perimeter, and he's taking the most shots on the team. We'll go through the box score in a second. But their game plan is leave Josh Hart open, make him the focal point of the Knicks offense, which they have successfully done. Josh Hart is taking the most shots on the team, and obviously keeping him out in the perimeter by not guarding him is making it very difficult for the Knicks to get Brunson open space, to get Towns open space. It's funneling the ball to Josh Hart, and Josh Hart is missing shot after shot after shot after shot. He's finally started to knock a shot or two down at the end of the quarter there. Hopefully he continues that into the second half and for the rest of the series because they're going to need Josh Hart desperately. And their other game plan offensively is, again, as long as the Knicks are going to hedge out hard, they're going to continuously run these high pick and rolls or even just these regular pick and rolls at the three-point line, throw these slip passes and allow themselves to play 4-on-3 basketball, find the open man out on the perimeter, whether it's Strus or Wade or Merrill or Schroeder or Mobley or literally any other player on the team capable of knocking down the three, or Tyson, who missed a wide-open corner three. They're confident that in the second half, as long as they continue to get those shots, they'll eventually go down and they'll eventually end up winning this game because of it. The Knicks need to respond and change up their game plan. Stop hedging out. Play into more of a drop. If they want to go to floater after floater because you're in a drop, I know Carlton Towns is not good in drop, but if you want to do that versus play a higher drop, don't play a low drop. Don't play a backpedaling drop. Play a higher drop. Right? Trust your backline defense to stop these lob passes. But force Donovan Mitchell, force James Harden to throw these lob passes up top to these guys rather than what they've been doing. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. But the Cavs, the only adjustment they really have to make is as long as the Knicks come out with the same defensive game plan, they will continue to pick the Knicks defense apart and find open shooters. High vibe. Appreciate the high vibe for a very generous super chat. Appreciate you, brother. You'll pop up here in a second. But he simply said, go Knicks. Thank you for your generosity, brother. Keenan Hart said, yes, I have not been impressed with Brown this series. Neither have I. Took way too long to sit Hart in game one. Yep, this game, Hart also the target. We're not sitting him. Yeah, I'm not saying don't play Josh Hart here tonight. I'm saying simply limit the minutes. He's clearly a problem. He's clearly a problem. Unless he's not going to knock down perimeter shots, it's a problem. It's a problem. TT in the morning said, Knicks definitely have to clean up. The Cavs threes are not falling yet, and they will eventually. I don't expect Merrill to keep missing open ones in the second half. I agree. Knicks will be in trouble once they start knocking down shots. Notice I said when, not if. They will start knocking down shots. Paul Dog NYC, what's up, Paul? We winning tonight? I hope so. Kiana Bryan, what's up, Kiana? Don't worry, we will win. It's not worry. It's annoyance and frustration because the Knicks are not playing well. And they're giving away a golden opportunity here. David Oz Jr., what's up, David? Cleveland letting Josh and McHale beat them by leaving them open. Not necessarily McHale. McHale is eating up this open space and being not overly aggressive, being really aggressive offensively, and that's fantastic. And I think he's been utterly fantastic. They're not game planning to give Mikal Bridges open space. Mikal Bridges is eating up that open space, attacking areas of the court that aren't even open and creating openings for himself. I think Mikal Bridges was spectacular in the first half. I thought he was the best player for the Knicks in the first half. Go back in the first half and watch literally any possession where Josh Hart ends up with the ball in his hands, right? You will notice that the reason why the ball ends up in Josh Hart's hands is not because the Knicks ran some kind of offensive set to get Josh Hart open. It's because Jared Allen is guarding Josh Hart. And Jared Allen is just like, oh, Josh Hart's over in the corner? All right, I don't have to guard that guy out the three-point line. And he's standing in the paint. And so Jalen Brunson can't go to the basket because Jared Allen's waiting for him. And Karl-Anthony Towns can't go to the basket or post up because Jared Allen is down there already waiting for him. While they're already being guarded by Dean Wade or being guarded by Evan Mobley, they're essentially being double-teamed at every single point, right? It's essentially a reverse box and one. So if you know what a box and one is, it is when one player face guards one offensive player and the other four players play a zone, right? This is essentially a reverse box and one, where everybody is playing man-to-man except for Jared Allen, who gets to stand under the rim by himself and play a zone, which is a disastrous outcome. And the only way to get them out of that is by Josh Hart knocking down shots or by putting a shooter out there. And therefore, they're not going to give Shamet open looks. You're not going to give Deuce McBride open looks. And they're going to force the Cleveland Cavaliers to play a man-to-man, a legit man-to-man. Kinar said, Mobley has been very good on defense, and Allen playing free safety has been super effective. Coach, see what they're doing and drop the plan to beat it. It's not even a difficult plan. That's the thing with me, Kinahara. It's not even like, oh my goodness, he really has to go to the drawing board and figure something out. It is very simple. Pull Josh Hart out of those lineups. Josh Hart should not be playing against a double big lineup. If Jared Allen and Evan Mobley out on the court, unless Josh Hart's been knocking down his three-point shots, he should not be out there. You got to put in Shamet. You got to put in Deuce McBride. And that's it. It's really not that difficult. And if he made that adjustment and it didn't work out, okay, then we go back to the drawing board and we figure something out. But the thing is that it would work. And that's the thing. It would work. Victor Marquez said, Knicks are a fourth quarter comeback team. Knicks team saving their energy for the fourth quarter. We can do that. We can do that. I know the Knicks had a 22-point comeback in the previous game. Great, awesome, fun, incredible, all-time moment. But you need to capitalize on moments like that. You need to win tonight. And the Knicks are not playing well enough to win right now. The Cavs are. The only thing the Cavs have not done well tonight is knock down their open looks. When that starts to happen, the Knicks need to have a counter. And they have not given me any sense that they'll find a way to counter through the first 6 quarters of this series. It has all favored the Cleveland Cavaliers, literally outside of one 8-minute stretch in the fourth quarter of Game 1. Amy Machu said, best chance the Knicks have to win it all years, dispose of the Cavs ASAP. The other series will tire both teams. I don't want to hear Mike Brown say, again, it's a 7-game series after a loss. I mean, that's what everybody says whenever there's a loss. Well, it's a 7-game series. It's 1 of 4. It's, all those things. Everybody says that. I mean, what else are you supposed to say? But, yeah, you dispose of the Cavs as quick as you can. You get prepared for the next series as the Thunder and the Spurs are just beating the heck out of each other. Both sides already dealing with pretty major injuries. Chaotic Style said, remember the third game, the third in Game 1? Cavs is going to bring it? Yes, I fully expect they are. Nate Yak said, OG with 3 blocks? I know he had the one on Harden. I can't think of any other block he had, really. All right, we'll go through the bingo card in a second. Let's continue to go through the team stats here. I spent too much rambling and going through it. Rich Smith said, a close game goes to the Knicks. I don't expect this to be a close game. I expect the Cavs to knock down threes. And the way the Knicks are playing offense, and the way the Knicks are playing defense, they'll get ran out of the gym. And you can't rely on a big comeback in the fourth quarter a second night in a row. Can't. I know they did it in the second round last year against the Celtics. But you can't expect to do it in this round against the Cleveland Cavaliers. The conference finals. You can't. Can't expect it. All right. Assists, 9 to 17. The Knicks was 17 assists. My goodness. Moving that ball around, baby. Moving that ball around. Blocks, 2 to 5. Knicks have 5 blocks. 2 to 3 steals. Knicks have 3 steals. So they're winning both departments there. Stocks, 4 to 8. Favoring the Knicks. Turnovers 4 and 4. Knicks not doing a good enough job of turning this Cavs team over. That is when the Cavs are at their worst, when they turn the ball over. Hopefully they can do that in the second half much better. We have points in the paint, 22 to 30. Knicks winning the points in the paint battle. That's always a good sign. They're losing the rebounding battle pretty heavily. But they're winning the points in the paint battle, so that's nice. Again, those 3-point shots will eventually start to go down for the Cavs. They're heaving them up there, but they're not knocking them down. 40 to 40 in terms of leads here tonight. Pretty balanced, pretty even all the way through. Keno Hara said, yeah, man, we don't even need AP because we all have seen the reason to be down. The sicko, yeah. Yeah, we don't. All right, looks like we're going to start the second half. We didn't even get to go through the box score. We will indeed go through the box score and compare it to our bingo card whenever we get to a stoppage in the game and a timeout. But until then, let's get to the start of the second half. The Cavs will bring the ball down. Harden being guarded by Bridges. Harden up top. Dancing with it, trying to come off a Mobley screen. He spins to his right, coming off the Mobley screen. They slip it over to Mobley down the lane, over to Jared Allen. He knocks down the floater in the paint. And another slip pass from Harden to Mobley. The pick and roll has killed the Knicks here tonight. Absolutely dominated them the way it did in Game 1. Brunson bringing it down, coming to his left, over to Anunoby. Anunoby up top. Gets it over to Karl Anthony Towns. Hands it off to Brunson, being guarded by Harden. Jab step, coming to his right, driving it down. Has Jared Allen to contend with, leaves it off for Josh Hart in the paint, and Jared Allen gets a block on Josh Hart. Mitchell dancing with it against Bridges, coming to his left. Fakes the slip pass. They swing it out to Wade in the corner, back up top to Mobley, attacking to his left against Towns, driving it down in the paint, stops, turns, has nowhere to go. Excellent defense from Towns on Mobley yet again. They kick it out to Harden. Harden up top being guarded by Josh Hart. Harden's going to dance with it. Harden, rhythm dribble, step back 3 over Josh Hart, comes up short. Towns the rebound. Home run pass from Towns to Josh Hart. Almost got picked off by Mitchell. They get it over to Bridges. They kick it out to Anunoby. He's going to pump fake. He's going to set himself. He's going to fire up a 3. He's going to miss the 3. And Harden's going to be able to tip the rebound to himself. And he's going to get it out to Mitchell. Mitchell will bring it down. Crosses over on Bridges, coming to his right, down in the lane. Puts up the floater over Hart. Looks like Hart got a piece of it on a block, and it's out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Cavs. 53 to 51. 2-point game. For the record, Mitchell Robinson needs a shooting coach. He has a shooting coach. That'll tell you all you need to know about that shooting coach. Up to me, he'd be shooting 500 free throws to start every training session. Brother, he's probably shooting thousands of free throws before he starts any training session. And when he ends every training session, he's getting thousands of free throws up a day. 500 is baby numbers, big dog. He's shooting 1 million free throws a day. That's not what makes you a good free throw shooter. Mitchell Euros down the lane, a floater off the windmill Euro past Towns, and he gets the floater to go down. 53 all, 10:30 to go here in this third quarter. Bridges bringing it down against Mitchell. They hand it off to Brunson. Brunson coming to his left. They get over to Towns. Towns, high post, left wing, being guarded by Mobley. Hits Bridges coming back door, but that's because Donovan Mitchell gets hit with a foul. I said, I'm going to say Tibbs is rigid and stubborn and Brown is slightly less so. Yeah, I mean, I said it when they hired Brown. Like, I consider both of them to be on the same level. They just do it in different ways. And they think, and they have been right, that Mike Brown meshes with this roster more. But to Mike Brown's credit, he has been very fluid with this roster, with this team, more than he's ever been throughout his coaching career. Brunson tries to throw the slip pass to Josh Hart. It somehow found a way through after getting knocked away. They get it back out to Brunson because they had no advantage. One dribble pull-up, logo three. Brunson got it to go. That's a deep three. I'm going to consider it a logo three. Yes, sir, Mike Hirsch. That's Brunson, a logo three. It's really just a deep three, but I'm going to consider it a logo three. Harden, bump Euro, down the lane, out to Mitchell, right wing three. He's open. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Brunson knocks the rebound, lose Towns, the rebound, home run pass to Brunson. Brunson hit ahead. Josh Hart to the rim, two-handed slam. And the Knicks with a quick 5-point run there. Off the made three, and then a 2-point basket for Josh Hart. Mitchell spins in the lane, a floater over Bridges. Excellent defense. Towns the rebound. And Towns will bring it down. The Knicks defense heating up here. Towns bringing it down now, looking to attack Jared Allen, lose the hand on the ball, but Josh Hart picks up the loose one. They try to lob it back to Towns right through his fingertips, but he's able to corral it before going out of bounds. Thank goodness. Towns in the left corner, attacking along the baseline, picks up his handle, swings it out to Josh Hart. Extra pass to Bridges, back to Josh Hart. Josh Hart up top, looking for a handoff partner, gets it out to Brunson. Brunson coming to his right, another pull-up three for Brunson. Off the back rim on there. Rebound, Harden able to grab it. Tough rebound from Harden. Here comes Mitchell pushing it the other way. A missed opportunity for the Knicks. Mitchell down the lane in the paint, loses the handle. Towns picks it up, gets ran into by Donovan Mitchell, and a foul against Mitchell. Ball will go to the Knicks. All right, a little serendipity for the Knicks. We got 9 minutes to go. For some reason, my timer never started. Come on, timer. You're making me look bad tonight, timer. You're making me look bad, brother. Come on, pick it up. Just that's a Josh, 14, 3, and 1. 14 points for Josh Hart is fantastic. The 3-point shooting, not fantastic. The 14 shot attempts, not fantastic. And only 1 rebound, not good enough. Josh Hart needs to help out on the glass a lot more here tonight. It's part of the reason why the Knicks are getting killed on the glass. Josh Hart's got to do more. Got to do more, big dog. I know you got a heavy load on your shoulders in this series, considering, how they're guarding you, but you're going to need you to step up. Brunson driving it down on Dean Wade. Little fall-away jumper over him. Got it to go. Brunson starting to heat up. You love to see it. 7-point lead for the Knicks off a 7-0 run. Cleveland tied it up at 53. 7-0 run for the Knicks, 60-53. Okay. Under 9 to go. Our timer will catch up eventually. I got you guys. 8:30 to go. Harden throws another pocket pass to Mobley down the lane, tries to get it to Jared Allen, turns it over. Josh Hart off and running, one man to beat, and Harden leaves it off. Bridges to the rim, scoop layup, got it to go. You love to see Mikal Bridges catch up with Josh Hart. It could have been a one-on-one situation. Instead, Mikal Bridges paced himself down the court, waited for Mikal Bridges for the scoop layup. We got a timeout for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Knicks take a 9-point lead with 8:28 to go. Here we go. The transition again. This is Josh Ball. And we talked about this right before we ended our halftime. Absolutely, Keenar. This is when Josh Hart is most effective. Good point. But right before we ended our halftime talk, I did mention the turnovers. Both of them at halftime were tied at 4 turnovers apiece. That is Knicks basketball. They don't turn the ball over. That's when they're at their best. The Cleveland Cavaliers are a heavy turnover team, mostly because of James Harden, right? And now they're getting them to turn the ball over, and it's benefiting the Knicks obviously getting out and running, and they take a 9-point lead. Eric C. said, Harden looks tired, booked his trip to Cancun at the half. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Harden definitely looks maybe a little bit tired, for sure. Another thing benefiting the Knicks, Brunson starting to get it going a little bit. He knocked down the deep logo 3, which will fill in on the bingo card here. He also has 6 assists, by the way. And also knocking down the tough mid-range fall-away jumper off the spin off of Dean Wade. And that's Brunson basketball right there, right? Getting to the mid-range, whether he contested or not, getting to that mid-range jumper, and he knocked it down. So, yeah, I said Bridges again, and our defense tightened up. Defense is tightening up for sure. Even though they're throwing those pocket passes off these screens, they're converging much better in the paint and not allowing a 2-man game between Mobley and Jared Allen there. They tried to force a couple of passes there, and it ended up in turnovers. David Osh Jr. said, JB figured it out at half, now about to go off. I hope so. I hope so. It might just be him being a little bit more aggressive and getting into his bag as a shot maker. Let's fill in the logo 3 spot. Do we have anything else here tonight? We're close to a double-double, right? Towns has 13 and 9. We're close to a double-double. I said we'd look at the box score when we got the timeout, so let's do that. Let's do that. Let's go to it. We can start with the Cavs. Here we go. Dean Wade, 3 points, 1 for 2 from 3. Jared Allen, 11 points, 7 rebounds from him. We have him for 15 and 8. So that might benefit us, but as long as the Knicks pick up the W, that's number 1 priority. Evan Mobley, 14 points, 4 boards, 3 assists. He does have 1 block. We have him up here for 3 stocks. That's when I think Mobley's at his best, when he's racking up steals and blocks and dominating the game defensively. Yak said Brunson had 5 assists first half. He did indeed. He has been moving the ball around. A lot of these assists going to Josh Hart because, Brunson's seeing a double team with Jared Allen in the paint waiting for him, and the only guy open has been Josh Hart. So as long as Josh Hart continues to knock down his shots, Brunson really should have about 10 assists by now. Mark said, just got home, keep going, I want more. Yes, sir, Mark, yes, sir. The Knicks tightening up the defense a little bit here. Cavs getting reckless with a couple of their passes. The Knicks taking advantage, getting out and running. Josh Hart allowing them to push the pace. Towns allowing them to push the pace. Great outlet passing from Karl-Anthony Towns. Always goes overlooked. I always forget to make mention of it. It's on me too. I always forget to make mention of it. But Karl-Anthony Towns, phenomenal outlet passer. He gets it out quick. He gets it out on point. Usually gets it to the right man. He's fantastic at throwing the home run pass as well as an outlet. Karl-Anthony Towns spectacular, even though he doesn't really get an assist on any of those plays, and doesn't even sometimes get a rebound or a steal on any of those plays. James Harden, 12 points, 4 for 9 from the field, 2 for 5 from 3, 5 boards. Only 1 assist for James Harden. You love to see it. Donovan Mitchell, 9 points, 3 boards, 1 assist. He's 3 for 10 from the field. Not a very good night for Donovan Mitchell. Again, he looks hampered with the ankle injury. We go to their bench, not much. Sam Merrill's an 0 for 6 from 3-point range, 1 for 7 from the field night. I don't expect that to continue here in the second half. Mike said, stop their guards and we win the game? Yeah. Ira, what's up, Ira? Is anyone from Las Vegas? Anyone from Las Vegas in the chat? All right, here we go. Let's check back in. We'll go through the Knicks box score during the next timeout break. We got 8:20 to go. Harden gets it over to Jared Allen. Jared Allen hands it off to James Harden. Brunson chasing him, coming off the screen, swings it out to Mobley. Mobley being guarded by Anunoby, swings it out back to Harden. Harden coming to his left off the screen, pulls it out, being guarded by Brunson, crosses over to his right, has it in the lane, throws up the floater, can't get it to go way off. Battle for the rebound. Anunoby, big strong rebound in the paint over Mobley, gets it over to Brunson. Another defensive stop. Can we take a double-digit lead? Brunson swings it out to Josh Hart. Josh Hart hands it off to Bridges. Bridges swings through to his left, off the Josh Hart screen, step back, mid-range, fall away, along the baseline, off the back rim, can't get it to go. Josh Hart battling on the boards, but Dean Wade ends up with it. Good fight from Jared Allen to keep it away from Hart, who's right in prime position to grab it. Here comes Harden, bringing it down, dancing around the Allen screen, coming to his right, swings it up top to Mobley, extra pass to Wade. Wade will fire the 3 over Brunson, well contested. He can't get it to go down. Bridges the rebound over to Brunson. Brunson will bring it down. And Dean Wade poking at the ball, but Brunson calmly handling that basketball. He's not worried about Dean Wade one bit. Brunson up top, coming to his right, Harden switches onto him. Brunson's going to cook, cross over to his left, down the lane, sees a double team, attacks it anyway, Scoop with the right hand. He got it to go down. Jalen Brunson seeing red when he sees James Harden yet again. Donovan Mitchell tried to come over for the help, and Brunson said, I don't care, Donovan Mitchell. You got a hampered ankle. I know I'm not concerned about you at all. 11-0 run for the Knicks to take an 11-point lead. Donovan Mitchell up top, being guarded by Josh Hart. They lob it down low to Jared Allen. Jared Allen, middle of the lane against Anunoby, throws a floater, comes up short, rebound. Allen picks it up in the paint, pump fake, slips through, lefty left, can't get it to go again, but a foul is called that time. Come on, fellas. Anunoby doing an amazing job there guarding 2 men. He took away the lob pass from Jared Allen to Mobley, and Jared Allen got caught in the middle of the lane, not knowing what to do. Instead, threw up the floater. Anunoby contested it well. He just came up short. Very makeable shot for him, of course, but just came up short. But Knicks couldn't grab the rebound on that side. Down low, essentially having to corral the rebound against 2 bigs, Mobley and Allen there. Jared Allen at the foul line misses another free throw. We love when our opponents misses free throws. Absolutely adore it. We'll never not love it. We'll never not love it. Keanu O'Brien said Hart not playing well in the third. I think Josh Hart, this has been his best quarter by far. I disagree, Keanu. I think Josh Hart has been very good in this third. Mike Hurst said no challenge. No, they didn't want to challenge it. Jared Allen misses 2 free throws. Ball don't lie, baby. The ball does not lie. Here comes Jalen Brunson bringing it down. We're under 7 to go. Brunson up top, being guarded by Wade, coming to his left, off the Anunoby screen. All momentum pointing to the Knicks right now. He's tagging the open space, step back, pump fake, steps through, out to Josh Hart. Josh Hart, all the time in the world, line me up, got me to go, big Josh Hart. And look at the difference when the Knicks are knocking down their perimeter shots. Knicks take a 14-point lead, 14-0 run for the New York Knicks. 53-67, no timeout. Instead, they just sub in Sam Merrill. Sam Merrill, can you finally knock down shots for your team as well as Max Strus? They get over to Jared Allen up top. Allen hands it off to Strus, coming to his right. A stop and pop straightaway three. He can't get it to go. Knicks knock the rebound loose, and Towns picks up the rebound, and he gets knocked off balance by Max Strus, and it's a foul on Strus. Knicks will bring the ball down. 6:30 to go. Max Strus's third foul now. Fourth foul on Max Strus. Get him out of the game. We love to see it. Brunson said, Hart heating up. Yep. Got to continue to shoot him. Eventually you'll knock him down, Josh Hart. We know you got it in you. Brunson has it up top. Being guarded by Harden. Brunson's going to isolate now. Sidestep, deep straightaway three. Brunson off the back rim, can't get it to go. Josh Hart comes flying in, but can't grab the rebound against Jared Allen, and Josh Hart gets hit with the foul. And Josh Hart upset with the official. Upset with Zach Zarba. Keenan Hart, Dr. Strus seals your who? Mike Hurst said, Brunson forced a long three. We don't need that. A little bit of a heat check. I don't mind the shot. When it's Brunson, I don't really mind the shot. I don't love the shot, but I don't mind it. It's Jalen Brunson. We'll live with it. Harden bringing it down, coming to his left. Bullet pass over to Strus, extra pass over to Merrill. Ran off the three-point line by Anunoby. Stops in the middle of the lane, kicks it out to Harden. Harden left corner, excellent defense from the Knicks. Back to Merrill, puts up the three. Towns late to recover. Merrill can't get it to go. Anunoby knocks the rebound loose. Brunson picks it up. Brunson bringing it down. One man to beat in Harden. Over to Josh Hart, to the rim. Gets chased down, gets knocked out of the air. And Josh Hart holding on to that right ankle again. He's going to pop up to his feet, though. Whew. Josh Hart comes up hobbling. Walking it off. I think Jalen Brunson saying, walk it off, brother. Walk it off, Josh. You got it. You tough, man. You're tough, big dog. You're tough. Don't show me he rolled it. What'd he roll it on? Hey, yeah, he rolled it. Yeah, he rolled it. Rose double-double. Carlton Towns 11 big old rebounds, 13 and 11. Josh Hart rolling that ankle yet again. He's rolled that ankle a couple of times here in the playoffs. Continues to roll it here. Josh Hart at the foul line for 2 free throws. Knock me down, big dog. Knocks down the first one. Yes, sir, Josh. Yes, sir. He still has a limp to him, man. It's not good. Not good. All right, time to sub him out of the game, though. He's done a fantastic job here so far. Time to sub him out of the game. Let him get a rest. Go get that ankle retaped. Go get it looked at, big dog. We got a double-double now. Let's fill that in. Boom. Josh Hart hit the first free throws. Got one more coming as we update the bingo card real quick. Fill in that double-double. Boom. There we go. Josh Hart. Misses the second free throw. Towns, the offensive rebound, knocked out of the air by Jared Allen. It's going to stay here with the Knicks. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Get Josh out of the game. Come on, Mike Brown. I know he's tough. I know he's giving the thumbs up to the bench. I know he's tough. I know you're tough, Josh. We don't need you in the game right now, though, brother. We know you're tough. They get it into Anunoby in the right corner, being guarded by Strus to get over to Towns. Towns out by the three-point line. Over to Brunson. Slips it inside the Anunoby. Gets knocked out of bounds by the Cavs. It'll stay here with the Knicks. 5:39 to go. Mike Hurst said Hart is a berserker. It'll take more than that to stop him. Oh, I know it'll take more than that to stop him. I just want him to get a quick breather. We don't need you. We don't need you out there rushing it, man. They kick it out, Josh Hart. Oh, line me up, big Josh. Line me up, big Josh Hart. The three-point shots. That's how you have to play, big Josh. They're going to leave you open. Make them pay. Make them pay. He's now 4 for 9 from 3. You'll love to see it. 18-point lead for the Knicks. Give us a 20-point lead. Harden has it by the half-court line. Picks up his handle, got nowhere to go, kicks it out to Strus. Strus up top being guarded by OG Anunoby. Coming to his right, driving it down in the lane, leaves it off. Jared Allen in the paint. Ball knocked loose by Anunoby. They have to kick it out to Harden. Harden on the left wing, sees 2 defenders. Cross-court pass to Wade. Extra pass to Strus. Wide open right corner 3 at the shot clock buzzer, and he knocks it down. Excellent pass from Harden. Knicks got to be quicker to the ball than that. Excellent pass from Harden. Brunson gets it into Josh Hart. Josh Hart will bring the ball down. Doesn't have a noticeable limp to him right now. He's trying to just play it off. Josh Hart's got 21 points. They lob it into Towns in the post against Strus. Strus has the 4 fouls. He drop steps, gets blocked by Jared Allen at the rim. What a big-time block from Jared Allen. And now here comes Harden, bringing it down. 1-on-1 against Brunson. Crosses over to his left, down the lane, takes a bump, throws a floater up, can't get it to go down. Jared Allen gets the tip to go down. And here come the Cavs. Here come the Cavs. All right. Come on, Knicks. Get a bucket. Keep a double-digit lead. Brunson bringing it down. He has it up top, being guarded by Wade. Coming to his left. And a timeout from the Knicks. Nice timeout. Nice timeout. Keenan Hart said, well, Strus, Merrill, got to hit a shot sooner or later. For sure. For sure. They were due for one. Strus finally knocked one down. He's now 1 for 6. He was due for one. Amy Machu, a good timeout. I agree, Amy. I agree. Excellent timeout. I love to see it. We're no Kenny Atkinson around here. We take our timeouts. We utilize our timeouts over here. Keenan Hart, good timeout. I agree, guys. I agree. I love the timeout. Good timeout. Calm things down real quick. It's down to 13. You had an 18-point lead. Quick 5-0 run. Calm it down. Josh Hart rolls the ankle. We got Deuce McBride at the scores table. We clearly want to get a substitution in there. Maybe guys running on fumes a little bit. They've been out there for yet again, like that first quarter. I don't like running the same lineup for 8 straight minutes. I don't love it. Although, I'll let this one slide because they started cooking. They started cooking. So I'll let this one slide. This one, I'm fine with. Again, they were cooking, so you let it go. First quarter, they weren't cooking. I think he was trying to get them to try and figure out whatever matchup they were doing. Josh Hart, by the way, 21 points, 8 for 16 from the field now, starting to knock down the shots, right? It's an entirely different ball game when Josh Hart can knock down his perimeter shots. He's now 4 for 9 from 3. You love to see it. Bruce Fowler said, sometimes coaches tend not to take the rolled ankle out, more likely to get stiff on the bench, keep the blood flowing so it doesn't swell. This is a good point. I completely agree, Bruce. The thing is, you don't have to go sit on the bench. Go back to the locker room, take that shoot off, get it retaped up. You can get on the bike. You can jog out in the locker room. You don't have to go sit on the bench. You can go back to the locker room, jog it off, keep it moving, get retaped, get it looked at by the professionals. Now, maybe that's also not great because you don't want to take the tape off and allow it to puff up real quick because, all players get their ankles taped. If you got it taped up, maybe you want to keep it compressed like that. I don't know. But I'm just saying. Good timeout. Josh Hart likely to come out of the game now. If I'm Josh Hart, if I'm the medical team, I'm throwing him back to the locker room. I'm retaping that ankle. I'm getting it nice and tight, right? If you've ever rolled your ankle and then had it tightened up by a trainer, it feels phenomenal. I'm not going to lie. And it was a little small roll from Josh. We've seen him roll that ankle already in this playoff series. That's why it's rolling easier now, right? He's already rolled the ankle. It was at the end of the regular season he rolled the ankle. Was it at the end of the regular season? It was at some point in the regular season. He rolled the ankle, and he's been having these quick turns all playoffs long and at the end of the regular season. This is yet another one. He had one in the previous series as well. This is yet another one for Josh Hart. He's got 21, 1, and 4. Let's go through the box scores. Keenan Hart said, also, we wanted Hart to sit for a shooter anyway. Change it up. Yeah. I mean, Josh Hart finally knocked down his threes. Let's look at it. 4 for 9 from 3. 4 for 9 from 3. What is that? 45%? Just off the top of my head, guessing it's around 45% from three-point range, 46%, something like that. Just under 50%. Love to see it. I mean, he was a 40% three-point shooter during the regular season. Right on target here. Karl-Anthony Towns, nice 13 and 11 game from him. Could start to see him score a little bit more here, but I love the game he's playing so far. I think he's much better defensively right now. He's doing a great job on the boards. I think he's played very well. Jalen Brunson got it going a little bit. He's now 1 for 7 from 3. That three-point shot has not been calibrated here tonight. We're talking about Josh Hart not hitting his threes, Jalen Brunson not hitting his threes. Lewis said, you should be a coach. No, I'm good, brother. I'm good. I don't think I'd be a very good coach. Yak said, ankle didn't affect his three. No, it did not. Might have helped him. Sometimes he jumps too high in those threes. Hangs in the air too long. Mike Hirsch said, get Deuce in to hit some threes for that lower right bingo square. McBride for 3 threes. He's got 1 3 here tonight. We need 2 more. Raymond said, ice it, keep it down, then tape it. I don't know if you want to ice it. You might want to keep some heat on it. I don't know how that works. Icing it will stiffen it up. I don't know if you want to ice it during a basketball game. But here we go. We're back into it. Brunson up top, coming to his left off of McBride's screen, picks up his handle, out to Deuce McBride. He'll catch and fire from 3 over Mitchell. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. By the way, Josh Hart remains out there. My goodness. Knocked out of bounds by the Cavs. It'll stay here with the Knicks. Josh Hart getting his fingertips on that ball, keeping it alive. Josh Hart staying out there, man. He is a warrior, guys. An absolute warrior. My goodness. Brunson gets it into McBride. McBride in the right corner. Gets it out to Towns. Towns, right wing. Hands it off to Brunson. Coming to his left. Brunson out by the logo on the half-court line. Shot clock winding down. He's going to isolate against Strus. Quick crossover to his left. Over to Josh Hart. Another one. Another one, Josh. Another one, Josh. Stop leaving me open. It's shooting practice out there. Dennis Schroeder coming to his right off the screen, going under the rim, kicks it out to Merrill. He attacks the open space, has it in the lane, pulls it back out to Strus. Tagging to his right in the lane, and he throws it away. Josh Hart read it all the way. He is playing phenomenally right now. They kick it out to Brunson. Jab step on the left wing being guarded by Max Strus. Brunson. Jab step, coming to his right, in the lane, pump fake, leans in, floater off glass, can't get it to go, loose ball, Josh Hart picks it up, because of course he does. Towns, a deep straightaway 3, off the back rim, McBride comes flying in, battle for the loose ball rebound, and it's going to be a jump ball between McBride and Strus, and the Knicks dominating the boards now. Woof! They are out-hustling, out-muscling the Cavs team now. Josh Hart burying them from three, and this is what we talked about. As long as you're knocking down the three-point shots because you're going to be wide open from three, it's exactly how you beat this coverage. Because Josh Hart is not All-Star Thompson. Josh Hart is a capable shooter. He just loses confidence very quickly. He's now 5 for 10 from three, 50%. Wide open looks. Max Strus, battle for the loose ball, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Knicks. Mobley arguing with the official, wanted the foul call. Stop playing soft out there, Mobley. Stop playing soft. Jason said, y'all not listening. Mike Brown is showing confidence in getting his guy right. That's a fantastic point, Jason. That's a fantastic point. I talked about that in the first quarter when they left the starters out, in my opinion, for way too long. Might be trying to get them to build confidence and figure out what kind of defensive, how they need to attack this defensive situation. Towns, nice drop step in the lane against Strus. Great delivery in the post. He got great post positioning on Max Strus. Why they have Max Strus guarding Karl-Anthony Towns when he's got 4 fouls, I'll never know. And a foul on Deuce McBride trying to keep up with Sam Merrill off ball. And Knicks back up by 18. They go. 3 minutes to go. Ian Hamecat? What's up? What's up, Ian? Or Len? Is it Len? Is that an I or is that an L? What's up, Len? Josh Hart is the Knicks' Alex Caruso? Kind of. Kind of. They have similar limitations on the offensive side. Teams are going to dare them to shoot, and they're more than capable of bringing them out of that coverage. Josh Hart's doing that right now. Mitchell driving it down against Bridges. Bump, Euro, floater. Got it to go for Donovan Mitchell. Here comes Josh Hart bringing it down. Knicks holding on to a 16-point lead, 2:50 to go. Under 3. Josh Hart on the right wing gets to the Brunson, being guarded by Dennis Schroeder. Brunson telling Josh Hart, get the heck out of here. Brunson still sees multiple defenders. Brunson was trying to get the 3-second call. They swing it over to Josh Hart. He's going to pump fake. He's going to drive it in on Mobley, lean in. A lot of contact, no foul call. Mobley saves it from going out of bounds. Merrill saves it before he goes out of bounds over to Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder bringing it down. Josh Hart runs right into Dennis Schroeder, and a foul's called. Might be time to get Josh Hart out of the game. Not because he's not playing poorly, but let him take a quick breather. Just a quick one. Just a quick one. I know he's feeling himself right now, but just a quick one. Mark said Mobley was standing out of bounds. I didn't notice. I don't even have this up for you guys. My bad, my bad, my bad. 16-point lead for the Knicks. Cavs have 19 on their shot clock. They'll inbound it here. On their side of the court, Bridges comes out. Josh Hart stays out there? Bridges comes out. Now, Josh Hart comes out for Shamet. We got Towns, Brunson, Clarkson, Shamet, and McBride. We have a bench unit with Brunson and Towns out there. Interesting. I like it. Okay. Kind of like it. Kind of like it a lot, actually. Donovan Mitchell will inbound it. They get it into Mobley. Hands it off to Mitchell, being guarded by Shamet. 2:20 to go in this third quarter. Mitchell driving to his right against Clarkson. Leans into him. Knocks him off balance, and Mitchell knocks down the right wing 3. Better defense, Clarkson. Come on. Better defense than that. Don't like that at all. Here comes Deuce McBride bringing it down, directing Shamet. McBride has it up top. They get over to Brunson. Brunson being guarded by Dennis Schroeder. Brunson driving to his right. Blows past him. Stops. Pulls it back. Kicks out to McBride up top. Shot clock running down. Swings through to his left. Step back. Hesitates in the lane. Kicks out to Towns. The left corner 3. Karl-Anthony Towns. Line me up, big cat. There you go. Karl-Anthony Towns back up by 16. They go. Big time 3. Way to trust your teammate. Deuce McBride. Mitchell to the rim. Gets swatted by Karl-Anthony Towns, but it is indeed a goaltend. That helps the bingo card. Unfortunately. Well, McBride quickly pushing it the other way. My goodness. Trying to catch him sleeping. I like it. McBride hands it off to Clarkson. Clarkson on the left wing. Clarkson driving it down past Max Strus. Easy lefty layup for Jordan Clarkson. Sometimes you need a bucket getter to go get you a bucket, and that's what Jordan Clarkson can do for you. Dennis Schroeder on the left wing now has it up top. And a foul on Jalen Brunson, knocking Max Strus off course. See who's coming up to set the screen. What did we have? We had a... First of all, we've had a jump ball. Got to fill that in. And then we had a goaltend. We'll fill that in. We're filling in some of the regular basketball props, but some of the player props, I don't know. Looking shaky. Are they in the bonus? They are in the bonus. 1:22 to go. Max Strus at the foul line for 2 free throws. Not a good foul, JB. Not a good foul. Strus knocks down the first one. He's got another one coming. Just that's a Shamet got the foul. Not a good foul, Shamet. Not a good foul. Donovan Mitchell with 3 fouls. Max Strus with 4 fouls. Shamet with 1. Everybody with 1 but Brunson. He has yet to pick up a foul. Eric C said, a game getting more physical? It is indeed. It is indeed. Keenan Harden said, they are swarming Brunson now. We got shooters out there. Going to have to hit the open man and make shots, for sure. For sure. It's part of the reason why we have Deuce McBride bringing the ball down the court right now. They are hounding Jalen Brunson, which I absolutely love. We've been calling for this for almost 4 years now. Can we not have Jalen Brunson bring the ball down against full court pressure? And they are not doing that here tonight. I love it. I love it. Strus knocked down both free throws. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Strus. Now Mitchell switches on the Brunson, coming off the screen. Brunson's going to dance with it. They show a double team. Brunson on the left wing. Swings it out to Clarkson. Clarkson has it up top. Back to Brunson. He hesitates from the perimeter, drives it down, throws up the floater. Robinson with a two-handed slam. Robinson just coming into the game for Karl-Anthony Towns, and Brunson quickly rewards him with the lob. Here comes Dennis Schroeder bringing it down. He has it up top. Trying to get it to Mitchell. He does. Mitchell pulls it out. Coming to his right. Spins off of McBride. Swings it out to Merrill. Merrill drives past Shamit. Gets fouled going to the rim. He's going to the foul line for 2. They're doing a good job of running Merrill off the three-point line in the second half here. Not giving him any open looks from 3. You know he's due for 1. You know he's going to eventually start knocking him down. You love to see it. Angela Harding. What's up, Angela? So Sam Merrill's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Merrill is indeed a knockdown free throw shooter, as he misses the free throw. You know why I said that? Because I knew I'd give him the commentator's curse. I'm playing 4D chess over here. I'm impacting the game all the way from home, guys. I'm doing my best to help the team. I gave him the commentator's curse on purpose. That's why I mentioned it. Merrill does knock down the second free throw, but I saved the Knicks a point there. See, I'm doing my part, y'all. I'm doing my part. Jalen Brunson bringing it down. 40 seconds to go. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Dennis Schroeder. Brunson coming to his right. Off the Clarkson screen. They slip it over to Clarkson. They show a double team. Clarkson, a little push on the lane. Got it to go. You love to see it. You love to see it. Clarkson in the game getting you buckets. Beautiful pass from Brunson. Yet another assist. That's 11 assists for JB. He's hooping, y'all. He's hooping. Dennis Schroeder's going to pump fake. Kicks it out to Mobley. Mobley up top trying to get it to Schroeder. He can't get it to him. Great denial defense from Landry Shamet. Great denial defense from Landry Shamet. Mitchell has to have it out by the logo. Crosses over. Splits the defense. Scoop play with the right hand. Got it to go for Donovan Mitchell. Beautiful move. Good job from Brunson not to give him the easy and 1. Don't give him the and 1. It's a 15-point game, 10 seconds to go here. My timer's up ahead. It's fine. I got y'all. 8 seconds to go now. Brunson up top, out by the logo, telling everybody, get out of my way. I'm going to dance with it. Has it up top, sees a double team inside the Clarkson. Clarkson in the lane. Pass fake, spins. Down the lane, he travels with it. And they travel, and Jordan Clarkson took about 15 steps in the lane. He took a little hop step, a little jog across the lane there. Got hit with the travel. Relic, what's up, Relic? That is a travel. And again, we're filling in all the regular basketball props in our bingo card. As a matter of fact, the only thing we're missing is a failed challenge now to get bingo on the diagonal that way. OG Anunoby's going to sub in for the final defensive possession. 1.3 on the clock here for the Cleveland Cavaliers as they get the ball back. It is a 15-point lead for the Knicks. Don't give them this heave. They get it to Mobley. Hands it off to Dennis Schroeder. A heave. And he can't get it to go. Okay, that'll be the end of the third quarter. The Knicks hold on to a 15-point lead. There you go, New York. Up 15 going into the fourth. Don't give this away. Donovan Mitchell and Max Strus, confused about something, talking about it, don't know what the coverage is, don't know what the offense was or something. Lana Mona said, let's go, Knicks. No hit a 3 here tonight. Sons Jen said, that's right, Susan and Chig been driving the positivity chariot all night, and we love it. We love it. Got to balance out the APs. The APs in the chat, all the negative Nancy's. Keenan Harden said, we have now won exactly 2 quarters. That's a good point, Keenan Harden. We have yet to check that. I also want to continue to go through the box score for the New York Knicks here at the end of this fourth quarter, so we could do that. But I do want to take a look at this at the quarter-by-quarter scoring. The Knicks lost the first quarter 27-24. The Knicks then won the second quarter by a hefty 7 points, 29-22. They are now dominating this third quarter, 32-21, 11-point lead there. That gives them ultimately a 15-point lead overall. You love to see it. Now fourth quarter, you score 30 points in this quarter and you should be all right. 28 points? I think 28 points in this quarter gets it done. Right? Maybe even 20. If you get to 105, they'd have to score 35 points in this quarter. It'd have to be a defensive disaster for the Knicks. 20 points might get it done. 105 for the Knicks might get it done. It would force the Cavs to have to score 35 in the quarter. And they have yet to score 30 at any point in this game. Gigi said, nice third quarter. I know the Cavs will make a run, fine, but let's keep the foot on their necks. Absolutely, Chichi. I love the mentality. You got to expect that the Cavs will knock down some perimeter shots here and make a run. You got to expect Harden to come back into the game and be aggressive and look to knock down some shots. You got to expect Donovan Mitchell to continue to be aggressive to knock down some shots and cut into the lead here. You can't lose your will. You can't lose your way. You're going to have to remain confident, take the hits. We talk about it all the time as if it's a boxing match. They're going to come out swinging. Start of this fourth quarter, you got to take the hits, and then you got to be ready to come back into the fight and swing back. Kennard said, just play solid ball. Got to withstand strong shooting by Cleveland. They won't miss all night. That's got to be the mentality, 1,000%. I agree, guys. I agree. Miguel Rivera, what's up, Miguel? I agree 1,000%. You can't expect the Cavs to continue to miss all night the way that they have. All right, let's continue to go through the boxer before we start this fourth quarter. We're down to the Knicks here. We can go back up against to check out the Cavs again. But Josh Hart tonight, 24 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 turnover, 2 steals for Big Josh here tonight. He's a plus 16, the highest on the team, and you love to see it. And the biggest number here for Josh Hart to indicate how well he's playing so far here tonight, this number right here. As long as you are knocking down your perimeter shots, Josh Hart is a viable player in this series. If he is not, he becomes a liability, and you should be looking to sub him out. Not that you should be not playing him at all, but you need to play him against the right lineups. Eventually, we knew he'd knock down his shots, and I'm so happy he started to knock down a couple here. Kennard said, is it just me or is Sheffy stream freezing often? Could be my internet. Let me see my stream health over here. This usually tells me if I'm dropping any frames. It doesn't say I'm dropping any frames. It might be your end. It might be the weather here in the Northeast. I know it's raining and cloudy and whatnot. Could be the weather. The Thunder are my only hope at this point. Nah, screw the Thunder. They got to worry about the Spurs, brother. They got to worry about the Spurs first. Alvarado spins off of Dennis Schroeder, goes under the rim, kicks out to Josh Hart. Here we go, start of the fourth quarter. Start of the fourth quarter, y'all. Let's lock it. Lock it. Josh Hart has it up top. There we go. Over to Towns. Towns up top. Moman sent the gifted chub. Appreciate you, Towns. Can't get the floater to go. A lot of contact. He gets knocked to the ground. Tyson picks up the rebound. Appreciate you, Moman. Thank you for your generosity, big dog. They hand it off to Donovan Mitchell. Cross-court pass to Dennis Schroeder. Towns does a great job hustling back. And he picks up a blocking foul against Dennis Schroeder there. Got to be frustrated with Karl-Anthony Towns to get whacked to the ground on the other end, but then pick up a little soft blocking foul there on Dennis Schroeder. Got to be a little frustrating. Appreciate you, Moman, AZ1, for your generous gift. Appreciate you, Moman. Appreciate you, man. Very generous, you big dog. They get it in the Mitchell up top. Swings through to his left, and he gets fouled. Foul on the floor, or is it shooting? They say it's shooting. 3 free throws for Donovan Mitchell. Who's that foul on? Who's that foul on? Come on, man. Is that Shaman or is that Alvarado? Both of them converging there. That was on Shaman. Come on, Landry. Come on, man. Sturshow, what's up, Sturshow? Reps in the overtime? I hope not. Mark said that was not a shot. He's got 3 free throws. Can knock it to 12. Now we're in a ball game. Mitchell at the foul line for 3. Knocks down the first one. He's got 2 more coming. Come on, Landry. Disgusting, silly foul. It's his 3rd foul here tonight. Josh Hart with 3 fouls. Towns with 2. Donovan Mitchell now up to 18 points. He's got 2 more free throws and get himself up to 20 here. Joe's had a lot of calls for the Cavs tonight. We can check the team stats and see how they're matching up. I gotta think it's somewhat even. I don't think it's been overly towards the Cavs here tonight. I think it's been a perfectly fine officiated game. I think it's been fine. Some calls I like, some calls I don't like, but that's the nature of a game. Keith said, I think YouTube is sabotaging your coverage. That's unfortunate. If YouTube is messing up the stream, I apologize, guys. I apologize. Not much I can do about YouTube's end. Mitchell knocks down all 3 free throws. 73 to 85. McBride has it on the left wing, pulls it back out, being guarded by Merrill. Some excellent ball pressure here from the Cavs now. Josh Hart has it up top. He's being guarded by Evan Mobley. Josh Hart coming to his left, driving down against Tyson. Tops, turns, spins, kicks it out. Alvarado catching fire, right wing 3. Alvarado can't get it to go. It is 73 to 85. 11 minutes to go. Minute into the quarter, here comes Donovan Mitchell. 12-point game. Mitchell, in and out dribble. Driving to his right. Pulls it back against Shaman. Crossing over to his left. Kicks it out to Tyson. Tyson puts up the 3 over Josh Hart. Tyson comes up short. Shaman comes flying in for the rebound. Good boxing out from everybody else to clear the way, and Shaman cleans it up. Shaman has it up top. Coming to his left, being guarded by Mitchell. Shaman stops, turns, spins. Gets it out to Karl-Anthony Towns. Up top, being guarded by Evan Mobley. He faces up. Out by the 3-point line. He's going to put it on the floor. He's going to look to dance with it in an attack. Karl-Anthony Towns, step back, pump fake, kicks it out to Shaman, back to Towns, shot clock running down, swings it out to McBride, left wing 3 for Ducey, high arcing 3, can't get it to go. And then Tyson runs over Josh Hart. It's a foul on Jalen Tyson. Great job from Josh Hart to remain aggressive, forcing Tyson to run him over there. Tyson is face guarding Josh Hart. Riley said, I was going to say at half, watch this go off for 40. No, we're good. Josh Hart in the right corner. Josh Hart is going to dribble behind the town screen, throws up a three, misses it. McBride, the offensive rebound, flips it up at the rim, can't get it to go down. Mobley recovers it. Come on, Ducey, you got to get those easy ones to go down. And Sam Merrill will bring it down. A little over 10 minutes to go. Mitchell has it up top, being guarded by Hart. Gets caught in the air, swings it out to Merrill. Merrill down the lane, gets fouled by Deuce McBride. And the Knicks hacking and whacking away. We got Alvarado, McBride, Shamet, Hart, and Towns. I got to get Bridges or Anunoby out there. I'm probably getting Bridges in for either Alvarado or McBride. Maybe Alvarado. And they say Sam Merrill's in the act of shooting, so Merrill's at the foul line for 2. Merrill knocks down the first one. They can get it to a 10-point game. We got a ball game here. I said, why are we not seeing the all-shooter lineup? Josh Hart playing well tonight. That's why he put them back out there. I don't know why we don't go to Anunoby or Bridges. And just as I say that, Rick Brunson looks at the bench. He says, Brunson, Bridges, back out there. I love it. I wasn't expecting Brunson, but I love the mentality of, listen, we're in the conference finals. We're not taking anything for granted. Alvarado comes out. I assume McBride comes out. Bridges and Brunson come in. No, Josh Hart comes out. So now we have the 5-shooter lineup. There we go, Keenan Hart. We have the 5-shooter lineup. We have Towns, knockdown shooter. Bridges, knockdown shooter. Brunson, knockdown shooter. Shamet, knockdown shooter. McBride, knockdown shooter. Merrill misses yet another free throw. You love to see it. It's an 11-point lead for the New York Knicks with 10 minutes to go. McBride bringing it down. McBride has it up top, spins, coming to his left, down the lane against Sam Merrill in the paint, throws up the floater. Can't get it to go. Gets his own offensive rebound, pulls it back out of the paint, dribbling it all the way out to the perimeter. Trying to get it to Brunson. They can't. McBride coming to his right. He's going to stop and pop a straightaway three. He's wide open off the dribble, off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Donovan Mitchell. Got to knock down the open ones, Ducey. It's like 3 open ones you've missed now. Mitchell driving it down against Shamet. Gets knocked out of bounds. And they call a foul, Landry Shamet? How is that a foul? Mitchell just runs right into his chest. How is that a blocking foul? That's chest-to-chest contact. That's not a blocking foul. That is a ridiculous call. That one might be the most ridiculous call we've seen tonight. Judge that said 14 fouls already. That might be the most ridiculous foul we've seen all night. That one was ridiculous. And the Cleveland Cavaliers are in the bonus for 9.5 minutes remaining. They're in the bonus already. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous from the Knicks. Put themselves in this situation now. And we quickly take the 5 shooters out. Mitchell Robinson in the game. They slip it over to Dennis Schroeder. He's going to pull it back out. Robinson's going to switch on to him. They're going to try to get it to Mobley. They can't. Dennis Schroeder hands it out to Mitchell. Coming to his right. Pulls it back. Dances with it against Robinson. Puts up the mid-range off-balance jumper. Too strong. Can't get it to go. And a loose ball foul on Jordan Clarkson. That's free throws for Jalen Tyson. This is getting ridiculous. I'd pull Jordan Clarkson out of this game as well. Mike said refs are calling crazy fouls on the Knicks. The Knicks are putting themselves in this situation to call these fouls. If I'm Mike Brown, I'm using a challenge there. I might use a challenge there. A ref you suck chant raining down from the crowd. Way too many fouls to start this fourth quarter from the Knicks. Couple of touch fouls from the Knicks that maybe the refs could have let go, but the Knicks are putting themselves in this situation. To me, it's not an officiating thing. To me, it's a Knicks thing. As Tyson knocks down the first free throw to get it to 10. Merrill goes to the bench. Harden comes in. As Garner said, just call a timeout. Mike Hirsch said, stop fouling. That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at the Knicks. I'm not looking at the officials. I'm looking at the Knicks. They're hacking and whacking away. Anunoby comes in. Clarkson comes out. Lana Mona said, Knicks seem to be collapsing like Cleveland did the other night. I expect the Knicks to come out of what miasma they're in, though. Pull yourselves together, New York. Pull yourselves together. Jalen Tyson hit the first free throw, knocks down the second free throw. 9-point game, they got it back to single digits. Largest lead of the night for the Knicks was 18. It's now 9. Shamet has it up top. They get it over to Robinson, now get it over to Anunoby. 9 minutes to go here. Anunoby has it on the left wing and a foul on the Cleveland Cavaliers. And a lot of ticky-tack fouls being called by the refs now. Chaotic Style said, Brown experimenting too much? He's not experimenting. He's not. He's trying to find the right combination of guys. It's not an experiment. Cheesun, what's up, Cheesun? James Harden is so washed up and cooked. Why would any team sign him? He looks super old. He just helped them win the last series against the Pistons, brother. They don't win that series against the Pistons without him. The Knicks turn it over on the inbounds. They leave it off for Dennis Schroeder. Coming to his right, slips it over to Tyson. To the rim, scoop lay with the right hand, got it to go. Beautiful set play. And it is a 7-point game. Jalen Brunson will walk it down. Knicks folding here in the fourth quarter, allowing the Cavs to get back into it. They're only 1 for 3 from the field, but they've gone to the foul line a bunch of times. Knicks have yet to make a shot here in the fourth quarter. Anunoby, right wing 3 over Harden. OG Anunoby calms things down by knocking down a nice big old 3. There you go, OG. They get it quickly back up to 10. Keep the double-digit lead. Keep the pressure on the Cavs to continue to score. Dennis Schroeder bringing it down. He has it up top, being guarded by Brunson. Coming to his right off a double screen. Brunson going under the screens. Dennis Schroeder attacking. Stops. Swings it out to Mobley. There's definitely a travel. They didn't call it out to Tyson. Left corner 3. He's open. Tyson can't get it to go. Brunson the rebound and a loose ball foul on Dennis Schroeder. And Brunson upset. Kennard said, okay, that's a huge shot, OG. OG with 12 points. We have him up here for 15. We have Bridges with 12. We have Bridges up here for 15. Right? We have Bridges. Where's Mikal Bridges? Yeah, we have Bridges for 15. We have Cat for 20. You got what, 16? So, a lot of guys on the verge. Brunson up top, crossing over to his right off the Anunoby screen. Brunson dancing with it against Harden. Swings through, down the lane, throws up the one-legged fall-away jumper. Can't get it to go. Robinson knocks the rebound out, but Dennis Schroeder able to snag it with one hand. They kick it out. Dennis Schroeder bringing it down. Spins off of Bridges, driving down against Shamit, goes under the rim, kicks out to Tyson, extra pass to Harden. Harden, extra pass to Mitchell. Mitchell ran up the three-point line by Anunoby, driving to his right. He throws up the contested floater, and Donovan Mitchell gets it to go down. Donovan Mitchell up to 23. And a timeout for Mike Brown and the New York Knicks. Kennard said, I hated that possession. That Brunson possession? What happened in that possession? I know, obviously, it ended with Brunson isolating against Harden there. I mean, that's the matchup they want to go at. Didn't love the shot, I agree, but that's a shot Brunson can knock down. I'm willing to live with that. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it either. Mike Hirsch said, Harden isn't even trying threes, sag off of him. I think that's what Harden wants. Harden can't really blow by you anymore. That's what Harden wants. He wants you to sag off of him so he can shoot threes. Robert Kling said, they don't have the energy the Knicks had to make a comeback. They are done. Like, you mean the Cavs don't have the energy to make the comeback happen? I mean, it's an 8-point game. It's not much of a comeback at this point. With 7:45 to go, it could be anybody's game. Buzzer beater, what's a buzzer beater? Chi said very sloppy first couple of minutes, for sure. For sure, got to clean it up. As you can see, they immediately went right back to their starters, not wasting any time. Not wasting any time putting the starters back in there. Calm things down. Not going to play around with his lead. I like it. I like the mentality. Anunoby with 12, Bridges with 12, Brunson with 9, Robinson with 4, Shamit with 0. Not a good night from Landry Shamit with 4 silly fouls from Landry as well. You'll probably see after this timeout, you'll see Towns or Josh Hart, probably both of them come back in. Michael Mack said, side note, your graphics are working well for old man me. Appreciate you, Michael Mack. Appreciate you. Mark said, give me Josh. Yeah, we'll probably see Josh Hart back out there and Karl Anthony Towns, and you just go back to your starting lineup to end this quarter, to end this game. Mike said, you keep leaving Donovan to either shoot the three or drive the lane to shoot the floater. I mean, they're not leaving Donovan. They're rotating off of their other shooters. I mean, they have Harden who can shoot, Schroeder who can shoot, Tyson who can shoot, and you're running them off the three-point line. And if it's not those guys, it's Strus or it's Merrill, right? They're rotating around trying to get to their shooters, right? You'd rather chase Donovan Mitchell off the three-point line and force him into a mid-range floater, which he's more than capable of knocking down, obviously, but you'd rather that than give Merrill a wide-open three or Strus a wide-open three, right? So that's technically the game plan where they want these guys to play in the middle. Kerwin Nixon said, Knicks need to pick it up a bit. These guys got to be running on fumes by now. For sure. For sure. I mean, look, they have the 8-point lead. Largest lead was 18. It's down to 8 now. Cleveland's done an excellent job to start of this fourth quarter. Fourth quarter so far has been what? 15 to 8? What is the quarter? 10 to 3. Quarter's been 10 to 3. The Knicks scored 3 points in this quarter. We talked about the magic number for the Knicks in this quarter is probably 25. But also, the magic number for the Cavs might be 35, right? If that's the case, or 30, if the Knicks only score 20. So, Angel A1 Roman, what's up, Angel? Does Josh seem okay after the ankle tweak? Yeah, he seems fine. but we know he's not fine. But he seems fine. He's moving around all right. Keno Hart said, wouldn't Cleveland be surprised if we brought in Mo Diawara? I think Mo Diawara would be most surprised if they brought in Mo Diawara. Just that said, no Mitch either. Yeah, I'd pull Mitchell Robinson out. I don't love the game Mitchell Robinson has played. I don't think he's been particularly good here tonight. I'd put Towns back in. Just that said, Josh Gashamit. All right, here we go. We're going to check back in, see what kind of rotations they make. Nick Yak said, Cavs with 3 fouls, 1 more until Hack and Mitch. Leave him in a little longer or he can't come back in. I don't know if I want him back in, Yak. I don't know if I want him back in with the way he's played tonight. Only got 4 points, 4 boards. He's not dominated the boards. He's not been great defensively. He cleaned it up a little bit. I thought he started out bad defensively. Cleaned it up a little bit, got to decent, but needs to be much better. And they found Mitchell Robinson. There it is, Yak. Pull him out of the game. There you go. Towns coming back in. There you go. They went to Hacker Robinson, immediately pull him out. But now the Knicks are in the bonus. Yak said McBride missed 2 easy shots. Yep. He missed a floater at the rim that he should have been able to knock down, and then he missed the wide-open pull-up 3 straight away that he missed. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Dennis Schroeder. The Knicks have the starting 5 back out there. Josh Hart and Karl Anthony Towns back in. Brunson has it up top by the half-court line, being guarded by Harden. Coming to his left. Mitchell switches onto him. Brunson's going to look to attack. They slip it inside. Bridges, little floater in the lane. Got it to go down. Beautiful slip pass from Brunson. And Bridges turns and knocks down the floater. You love to see it. Don't double me, says Brunson. He's got 12 assists here tonight. Harden down the lane, lefty layup. Can't get it to go down. Bridges keeps the rebound away from Allen, but knocks it over to Dennis Schroeder. And he's fouled by Brunson. And it's going to be 2 free throws from Dennis Schroeder. They're in the bonus. Brunson, I'm shortchanging Jalen Brunson. He's got 13 assists tonight. 9 points and 13 for Jalen Brunson. They're showing a double team to him, and he's killing him with the pass. Just then, Mikal 14. We need 1 more point from Mikal Bridges up here. We have a very scattered bingo card here tonight. The only thing we're particularly close to is a failed challenge. Will give us bingo on the diagonal here. Jason said, man, these whistles going wild. Pretty wild. They're pretty wild. Dennis Schroeder at the foul line for 2 free throws. And he misses the first free throw. We love it. We love when our opponents miss free throws every single time. We'll never not love it, y'all. We'll never not love our opponents misses free throws. Keno Hart said, we're killing ourselves with fouls. Yeah, I mean, 9.5 minutes to go. The Knicks put themselves in the bonus. Or they put the Cavs in the bonus by fouling. He misses 2 in a row, baby. He misses 2 in a row. Take advantage now. Knicks still holding on to this 10-point lead. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Dennis Schroeder. The free throw disparity was crazy. I just saw there. It came up for a second. We'll take a look at the team stats during the next timeout break. Brunson over to Anunoby, inside to Josh Hart. Josh Hart against Tyson. Hands it off to Anunoby. He's going to pump fake, blows past Allen in the lane. Moves Jalen Tyson up out of the paint. Big elbows, big shoulders from OG Anunoby. Gets the easy layup. Tyson was not prepared for that, I tell you that. Harden bringing it down against Bridges. Has it up top, swings it over to Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder coming to his left, being guarded by Brunson. He's going to dance with it. Dennis Schroeder, in and out dribble, settles into the mid-range pull-up jumper, and he got it to go down. Dennis Schroeder. Is it Schroeder or Schroeder? I've heard them say Schroeder, but I've heard them say Schroeder in the past as well. I think it's Schroeder, but I guess it might be Schroeder. But I'm comfortable saying Schroeder, so I'm going to stick with Schroeder for now. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Donovan Mitchell. He's going to look to attack in isolation, driving to his right, spins to his left, sees a double team, steps in the lane, kicks out the Hart, extra pass, Bridges. Wide open left corner 3, knock me down. Knock me down, Mikal Bridges. You love to see it. The extra passing, Josh Hart. Thank you, big dog. And a timeout for the Cleveland Cavaliers. We got the starters back out there, and we're back out there hooping. We are back out there hooping, and there's the 15-point prop for Mikal Bridges up here. We love to see it, y'all. We love to see it. Let's take a look at the team stats. We got a timeout from the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Knicks take a 13-point lead. We love it. We love it. We'll flew in Bridges right there. Boom, boom, and boom. Adani said a lot of time left, 6:11 to go. We're at the halfway point. All right, let's take a look at this real quick. The team stats. Let's look at the team stats first. Let's check the free throw shooting disparity. I know the Knicks are putting themselves in the bonus here, the early in the fourth quarter, but look at this disparity, y'all. 25 attempts to 10 attempts. 25 to 10 is a pretty large disparity, man. A pretty large disparity. It's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Now, the Knicks are not giving themselves an opportunity here. They are hacking and whacking away. An absolute miserable defensive night from the Knicks in terms of getting their hands caught in the cookie jar over and over and over again. They're going to need to be better with that moving forward. But overcoming it by knocking down the three-point shot, killing them in the possession battle, 77 attempts to their 71 attempts, killing them in the three-point battle, 13 for 35 to their 8 for 30. They're only 27% from three. I mean, they have had wide open looks, especially in that first half. Not so much in the second half, but especially in that first half. Astrology said Sheffield versus the Timer is the real matchup I'm watching. Timer kicking my butt. I'm not going to lie. He's kicking my butt. Assists, 31 assists for the Knicks, 14 assists for the Cavs. Also want to look at turnovers. 7 turnovers, 6 turnovers. All right, they're not necessarily turning them over like crazy, but they do have a slight advantage there. Points in the paint, 36 to 50. Knicks continue to dominate the points in the paint matchup here. Fouls, 17 to 18. Somehow the fouls are the same, but they've taken far more free throws. That is crazy. Mark said a lopsided whistle. I mean, it's crazy. There's been almost the same amount of fouls called on both sides, but the Cavs have resulted in far more free throws because of it. Crazy. Crazy how that's happened. Knicks have led for 63% of the time. They hold the 13-point lead now. All right, let's go to the box score. And let's see how it matches up to our bingo card. We need Sam Merrill for 3 threes. He's got a big donut from three-point range. We love to see it. I'll take it. Even if it means getting a loss on the bingo card, I'm fine with that. We got Jared Allen for 15 and 8. Allen is stuck on 13 and 9. He literally needs one more basket, and we'll get the 15 and 8 prop from him. I don't care if we get it. I really don't. What we do need is a failed challenge. Kenny Atkinson, hit us with a classic failed challenge. I would love to see that. We need Karl-Anthony Towns for 20. Karl-Anthony Towns is sitting with 18 points. We need one more basket from Karl-Anthony Towns. I'd love to see that. 4-point play we haven't had. Mitchell for 30. He might be on the verge for 30. He's been hooping here in the second half. He's got 23. Needs 7 more points. I'd love to see Donovan Mitchell not get the 30 here tonight yet again. We need Anunoby for 15. Anunoby just got that layup. Does he have 14 here? OG Anunoby with 14. Mikal Bridges just hit that 3 to get him his 15. We need one more point from OG Anunoby. A technical foul. Brunson for 30. Jalen Brunson not scoring a ton tonight. He's only got 19 points. He's only taking 13 shots. You love to see it because of this number right here. Anybody who said Jalen Brunson's not really a point guard, I'd point you in this direction right here. He's been absolutely hooping out there. Josh Hart also with 7 assists, by the way. The Knicks have been moving the ball like crazy. Mark said Knicks will pour it on. I hope so. Keenan Hart said, I'm good with Sam Merrill turning into Starks versus Houston. Me too. Me too. What else do we need up here? We need Mobley for 3 stocks. What does Mobley have? Evan Mobley, I don't think has had a ton of stocks here tonight. Evan Mobley tonight has 2 blocks. Needs either 1 steal or 1 block in order to fill in that bingo spot. I'll be fine if he doesn't. We need Josh Hart 12, 5, and 5. And Hart is sitting with 24, 3, and 7. He needs 2 more rebounds. Crazy that he needs rebounds to get to this number right here. What else do we have? We have Harden for 25. I don't think Harden's going to get 25. James Harden's got 12. He's not getting 25. I might need to lower the Harden 25 to Harden to 20. Robinson, 4 offensive rebounds. I don't think he has that. McBride for 3 threes. He definitely doesn't have that. But we're back into the game. Here we go. They hand it off to Mitchell up top. Coming to his right. Driving it down in the lane. Stop. Turns. Spins. Kicks it out up top to Strus. Back over to Mitchell. Coming to his left. They hedge out. Show 2 defenders. Back over to Strus. Extra pass over to Harden. Wide open. Catch and shoot. Right corner 3. He got it to go, James Harden. Big time shot. It's a 10-point game. Got those 3 points right back. Brunson gets it over to Bridges, who's not prepared for the ball, but he does end up picking it up. Thank goodness. Here comes Bridges. 10-point game. He has it up top. 5:40 to go. They get it over to Brunson. Brunson being guarded by Harden. Brunson crosses over to his left, driving it down, gets to the foul line, leans in, creates a little bit of space, off balance, puts up the jumper anyway, gets the front of the rim, and gets the friendly bounce. Here comes Harden bringing it down. Harden up top. Crossing over to his left, off the Mobley screen, driving it down, has it at the foul line, slips the pass into Mobley. Mobley in the paint against Anunoby, and he gets fouled. He's going to the foul line for 2. More fouls, guys, more fouls. I gotta see the replay on this, man. Gotta see the replay on this. Brunson, I don't know how he knocks down that shot. He's literally, you can't see it because you can't see my feet. Maybe I got back up enough, pushed the green screen back a little bit. Now you can see my legs. Brunson, instead, you shoot a shot, you want a nice solid base, right? Brunson was off bounce when he attacked Harden, so he's coming to his left. He leans in. He ends up cross-legged like this. His left leg is over his right leg. He's like this after he leaned in. He's off bounce. And he just rises up and shoots it anyway, and he knocks it down. That was a ridiculous shot. Mobley misses a free throw. Oh, my goodness, the missed free throws. You love to see it, baby. You love to see it. Rogdy guy said OG went through that boy's chest. Yes, indeed he did. Yes, indeed he did. There's a big, strong Knicks team. Mobley missed the first free throw. Miss another one from me, big dog. I know you don't like knocking down these free throws. Oh, he misses 2 in a row again. You love to see it. We'll never not love our opponents missing their free throws. We'll never not love it. Never, ever in my life. I will always adore our opponents missing free throws. Always. It'll always get me giddy. They swing it out to Anunoby. He's going to pump fake. He's going to drive to his right. Down the lane. Stop. Turn. Spin. Against Mobley. Leans in. Kicks it out to Hart. Hart has it up top. Shot clock down to 5. He's got to attack. Coming to his left. Down the lane. Spins off of Mitchell in the lane. Throws up the little push shot floater. Hit the front of the rim. Got the friendly bounce. And Josh Hart. Yes, sir. Get it up there, Big Josh. Get it up there. I love it. Knicks take a 14-point lead again. Mitchell down the lane in the paint. Pump fakes. Kicks it out. Mobley, right corner 3. Ran up the 3-point line by Towns. They kick it out. Mitchell, left corner 3 in the relocation. Mitchell in and out. Can't get it to stay. Anunoby, the rebound. Kicks it over to Brunson. Brunson will push the pace and bring it down the other way. Knicks hold a 14-point lead. Coming off a Josh Hart screen. Coming to his right. Blow past the defense. Inside the Anunoby. Gets ran into by Jared Allen. No fouls called. Strus picks it up. Over to Mitchell. 1-1 against Hart. Runs right through the chest of Josh Hart. And a blocking foul on Josh Hart. And Josh Hart is very upset. He wanted that charge call. We got 4:16 to go. It's probably a blocking foul, though. Let me see it. Mark said, we don't get the whistles? No. Josh Hart gets that as a blocking foul, but Jared Allen doesn't get the blocking foul on the other end against OG Anunoby. Mark lopsided. The Knicks are overcoming it anyway with 3-point shooting, and the Cavs can't knock down a 3 to save their lives here tonight. Mitchell rattles in the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Foong Pei said, come on, Chevy. Did the refs get it wrong? I think that could go either way, depending on how you interpret charge and blocks. To me, that's a charge. The defender has positioning. He has that space already. He's declared that space, and Donovan Mitchell runs into him. He initiates the contact by going into the defender who has already declared that space. So to me, that's a charge. Mitchell comes up short on a free throw. Another missed free throw. You'll love to see it. Here comes Jalen Brunson. Now take advantage. 13-point lead. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Donovan Mitchell. Brunson gets the ball knocked out of his hands. Mitchell runs over Brunson in the backcourt, and a loose ball foul on Donovan Mitchell. And that's free throws. That is free throws. There you go. That's 5 fouls on Donovan Mitchell, too. Ooh, that's a bad foul, Donovan Mitchell. That's 5 fouls they just announced. They'll update this number real quick. Oh, my goodness, Donovan Mitchell, what are you doing? You already poked the ball loose. Just play it straight. Why go for the steal and foul him and run him over? Terrible decision. Mike Hirsch said, Mitchell mauled Brunson. Finally a call. Finally a call. Right, Kinohara? Finally a call. Finally, my guy Kinohara was so turned up. He's throwing all types of mistypes in the chat. Absolutely, I agree, Kinohara. I know what you mean, brother. I know what you mean. I could read it. Chick Brooklyn Beauty said if Brown challenged some of these BS calls, maybe the refs will slow down. Maybe. We know Mike Brown does not like using challenges, man. So many times he's walked away from games without ever using them. Kerwin Nixon said, tired legs. As I said earlier, told you these dudes are on fumes. Yep. Brunson knocks down both of his free throws, unlike the Cleveland Cavaliers missing theirs. You'll love to see it. Our guys coming through where their guys are not. 15-point lead for the Knicks. Harden coming to his right. Stop and pop, pull up 3 over Bridges. Well short. Loose ball rebound. Brunson picks it up. Knicks are off and running. Hit ahead. Josh Hart stops. Leaves it off for Brunson on the right wing. He doesn't want to take the 3. He's going to tell Towns, go through. They switched up the matchups, by the way. They no longer have Jared Allen guarding Josh Hart. They get it inside the Bridges. Bridges foul line jumper, comes up short. Rebound. Josh Hart battling for it. Jared Allen ends up with it. They now have Max Strus guarding Josh Hart. Unless that was cross-match there, they have gone away from leaving Josh Hart open from 3. Jared Allen down the lane, throws up the floater, can't get it to go. Excellent defense from the Knicks. Jalen Brunson shot out of a cannon, picks up the rebound. 1-on-1 against Donovan Mitchell to the rim. Scoop layup, got it to go. Jalen Brunson taking it right to him. 17-point lead for the Knicks. 3:18 to go. 103-86. I talked about how 105 was probably the magic number for the Knicks. They got 103 now, and the Cleveland Cavaliers running out of gas here in this fourth quarter. Kennard said, yes, they got my knickers in a twist. It is a huge disparity in the free throw game for sure. For sure. Mike Hirsch, Brunson coast to coast, baby, the dagger. The dagger for Brunson on that one. It might be 3:18 to go, 17-point lead. Josh Hart with 26, 3, and 7. Brunson now up to 15, 3, and 13. Karl Anthony Towns with 18 and 13. Anunoby with 14, 4, and 3. Everything's coming up roses so far. Ashton said, how we doing, y'all? We're doing phenomenal, Ashton. We're doing phenomenal. How you doing, big dog? Keith Modeste, the medicine is back. All it takes was one game. Maybe. Listen, you got to go on the road. You're going to have to win in Cleveland. At worst, you should be coming back to the Garden in a Game 5 up 3-1. At worst. Don't let this be 2-2. Mark said, attack Donovan Mitchell. Yup. Michael Mack said, that was no dagger. That was a samurai sword. I thought you were going to go the other way, Michael. I thought you were going to say that wasn't a dagger. There's still more time left in the game. And you're like, nah, this one's definitely over. It might be. The Cleveland Cavaliers are running on fumes. I forget who said it early in the chat. You might be absolutely right on point with that one. They are running on fumes. They just don't have the legs or the horses to keep up with the Knicks right now, who are simply just pushing the pace on them and pulling away. Lewis said, that's what I say. Knicks on 5. I mean, I got Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise. And like I keep saying, the Cavaliers have yet to prove us otherwise. They have yet to prove us otherwise. Gigi said, nah, just play the bench one game in Cleveland? That's crazy. No. We need them to keep playing. That's what we need. We need them to keep playing. By the way, guys, the Knicks are on an 8-game winning streak. They won 3 in a row against Atlanta to close that series out. They obviously completed a 4-game sweep against Philly, and they won Game 1. That is an 8-game winning streak. They're on the verge of winning 9 games in a row against playoff teams. Randy, what's up, Randy? The Knicks haven't played their game. I think in the second half they've played their game. I think the second half has been Knicks basketball. Now, it could be better. There's still some left on the table. There's still some left on the bone. I mean, Brunson's 6 for 15 from the floor here tonight. He could have played a little bit better in terms of shooting the ball. But outside of that, he's got 13 assists. I think he's been phenomenal, taking what the defense has given him. And Josh Hart has rewarded him. 26 points, 3 boards, 7 assists for Josh Hart. And we talked about this to start the game. As long as Josh Hart's knocking down the perimeter shot, he can play. You got to leave him out there because he does so many other things as well. The confidence has been phenomenal for Josh Hart. But Josh Hart has played them out of their coverage of guarding him with a big man and ignoring him from 3. He's played them out of that coverage, and that's exactly how you get them to get away from that defensive coverage. You play him out of it. They hand it off to Strus, a beautiful set play. Strus just misses the 3. Josh Hart comes flying in out of nowhere for the defensive rebound. He's bringing it down. That's his 4th. We need one more rebound from Josh Hart. We're under 3 to go. Josh Hart has it up top. And Max Strus picks up a foul, holding on and just grabbing Jalen Brunson. And Max Strus is upset. That's his 5th foul. But how can you be upset, brother? You're grabbing and holding the jersey. Donovan Mitchell with a little cheeky smile back there. You ain't got nothing to smile about, brother. You're about to go down to the Knicks yet again. Nick Yak said, hold them under 100. That could be a goal. I mean, number 1 goal right now is obviously to pick up the win. Jalen Brunson had the foul line for 2. They're just giving him free baskets. JB, knock down your free throws, big dog. And he knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. The basketball state. What's the basketball state? Think the Knicks got this one? I think so. Game not over yet. Door is always slightly open. Got to wait until the time ticks down, but for sure. Playoff career high from Josh Hart, by the way, 26 points tonight. Playoff career high is insane. That's insane. Here, I said, Strus, bro, they handed you 27 fouls and you still couldn't hit free throws, so zip it. I don't know what he's upset about. I really don't. He literally was grabbing and holding Jalen Brunson the entire way. Donovan Mitchell has it up top, being guarded by Josh Hart. And Josh Hart picks up a foul on Mitchell. They hit Josh Hart with a foul. Astrology said, yeah, it's over. Good win, Knicks. See y'all tomorrow for a Wemby masterclass. We'll see. First game in San Antonio in the conference finals. We'll see what Wemby got in store. Michael Edie, what's up, Michael? 76ers, Moses Malone won 11 in a row. Yep. Didn't the 2001 Lakers, I was thinking about this earlier when I was thinking about how many games the Knicks have won in a row. Didn't the 2001 Lakers, was that still a 3-game series or was that 4-game series by that point? Because if it's a 4-game series in the first round, they didn't lose a game until they got to the finals. They only lost 1 game that year, 76ers' first game of the finals. So they would have went 4-8-12. They would have won 12 games in a row. Or was it 3 games? Was it a 5-game series in the first round? We can look it up. Mitchell knocks down both free throws. 17-point game. Brunson will bring it down against Strus. Strus has the 5 fouls. Mitchell has the 5 fouls. We got 2:40 to go here. Brunson has it up top. They show a double team. Picks up his handle. Gets it over to Bridges. Bridges gets it back to Brunson. Brunson coming to his left. They head down, show a double team. Brunson pulls it out, throws a wild cross-court pass. Josh Hart catches it, pump fakes, pass fake, drives to his left, stops, stumbles, pulls it out, fall-away jumper over Mobley. Can't get it to go. Harden the rebound. He's bringing it down the other way. 2:20 to go. Harden on the right wing being guarded by Hart. Coming to his left, driving it down in the lane. He throws up the floater. He draws a foul, and he gets the floater to go. What is this? What was that foul call? Josh Hart was literally guarding him like this, so he didn't pick up a foul. These officials have gone crazy, man. Let me see the replay. Did he foul him? Did Towns foul him? Towns fouls him. Okay, it's a foul on Karl-Anthony Towns on the reach-in. And he knew it right away when he reached in. He knew it right away. Mark said, that's on the floor. No, that one's on the gather. He's literally has the ball here, and he's ripping through to go towards the rim. That's on the gather. That's fair. That's a fair one. That's just a bad foul from Towns. Josh Hart bringing it down. Josh Hart has it up top. Shamer going to the scorer's table. 14-point lead for the Knicks with 2 minutes to go. Game not done yet. Brunson has it up top. Seizing the double teams, calling for a screen. Jab steps to his right, pulls it back, sees the double team, picks up his handle, tries to get it over to Josh Hart, gets kicked by Mitchell. Shot clock reset to 14. Knicks catch a break there. Under 2 to go. Mike Hirsch said, here comes Shammy. Here comes Shammy. Josh Hart going to sub out. They're showing a double team to Brunson. They're double teaming off of Josh Hart. So if they put a shooter out there, it's going to definitely make the Cavaliers a little bit more hesitant to double. They pull Josh Hart out, probably his last possession of the night, and that's going to put them, with a career high, playoff career high, I should say. His career high is like 40-something points. Playoff career high, 26 points. Bridges has it up top, being guarded by Donovan Mitchell. We're under 2 to go. Brunson up top, being guarded by Mitchell. They show 2 again. Inside pass to Bridges. Bridges, a little push shot in the paint. Got it to go yet again. Yet again, Mikal Bridges. Jalen Brunson, beautiful two-man game. 14 assists for Jalen Brunson, by the way. Mitchell, crossover, step back, left wing 3 from him. He can't get it to go. Rebounded by Landry Shamet. Gets it over to Brunson. Brunson hit ahead to Bridges. Bridges will bring it down. 1:30 to go. And they're mostly going to dribble the clock out, and that's going to pretty much wrap it up with a 16-point lead for the Knicks. You love to see it. You love to absolutely see it. Brunson up top being guarded by Mobley. He crosses over on him. He gets a lane in the paint. Pass fake floater. Got it to go. Just putting the finishing touches on it. Just padding the stats just a little bit. Jalen Brunson, a ridiculous 19-14 game here tonight. You love to see it. Mitchell up top, coming to his right. And a foul on Max Strus. And he fouls out. Absolutely ridiculous game for Max Strus. Absolutely ridiculous. Rogdy guy said, called the sweep, Chevy. New York is ready. Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise. I'm willing to be proven otherwise, Cleveland. They have yet to do so. They have yet to do so. Keenar, mo. With 1:15 to go, I don't know if you put the guys in there for a minute. Did you put them in there for 1 minute? Donovan Mitchell clapping it up on the bench, trying to keep the energy up. The Cavs empty their bench. They put in their end of the bench guys. They got Naquan Tomlin, Thomas Bryant, Craig Porter Jr., Keon Ellis, Tyrese Proctor out there. AP said, these bums works every time. I'm telling you. I try to tell people, AP's playing his role. I got you, AP. We right here with it. We playing our role. We doing what we got to do to get these Knicks where they need to go. Brunson subs out. He gets a nice standing ovation from the crowd. Much deserved. A playoff career high from Jalen Brunson as well with the 14 assists. Mark sub for Knicks dubs. A beautiful night here tonight. A beautiful night. Brunson and Josh Hart talking about the game right now. Look at that. Look at that leadership. Look at the leadership from the two fellas. Look at them. Look at them. Sons Jen said, this is a weird place to be if you hate Knicks fans. I feel like we have some of the more calmer Knicks community. I've been to other Knicks streams, and they're rowdy. The host definitely gets the crowd rowdy. Alvarado has it up top. We have our end of the bench, just some of our end of the bench guys. We have Alvarado, we have Kolek, we have Dadier. No Diawara, huh? Dadier, the straightaway 3. Dadier throws up a brick. Come on, Dadier. Dadier, I got faith in you, big dog, but you got to come through next year. Next year is like the year for you, man. Craig Porter on the right wing. All right, we're winding down the time. Thomas Bryant, he misses a little jump shot. Naquan Tomlin gets a tip up and in. Michael Mack, Tarkasm, appreciate you, Michael Mack. Keenan Hara, Joseph, get up out of here. If you don't like it, Joseph, what'd Joseph say? King Free, what's up, King Free? Appreciate you guys. Lewis said, I'm thinking I'm going with you and predict my man Knicks in 4. Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise. Until proven otherwise, I got Knicks in 4. Like I said, I'm willing to be proven wrong, Cavs. Go ahead and win a game. Knicks take care of business at home. Now, at worst, you need one on the road. Obviously, I'm looking at both. We're looking at ending this one in 4. Knicks in 4, a very loud chant from the crowd. You love to hear it. Knicks in 4 chant is crazy in the Garden. A very loud Knicks in 4 chant. Oh my goodness, you love it. Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise. We're going to throw it on the shirt. Michael Eady, these dudes don't have the energy to come back in this series. No, they do not. That's what happens when you got to go 7 games against the Toronto Raptors team that literally everybody else in the East wanted to play Toronto because they were seen as the easiest first-round matchup. Toronto's tough, but you should not have taken 7 games to beat them. And that's what happens when you go 7 games against Detroit Pistons instead of handling business in Game 6 and getting a couple of nights off. Look at Clyde Frazier. Look at my man getting jiggy with it in the Garden, feeling himself. You love it. Shout out my man Clyde. Joseph Taylor said, Knicks not winning in Cleveland. Look, man, Cleveland went down in the first 2 games in Detroit as well. And then they won the next 2 games in Cleveland to tie it up at 2 games apiece. So you absolutely cannot put yourself in a Detroit Pistons situation where now suddenly you're in a tied series. Which is why I say, at worst, you should be coming into a Game 5 up 3-1. You should be winning at least 1 in Cleveland. Obviously, we're going for 2. We're looking for the sweep. But at worst, you got to walk away from Cleveland with 1 win. Just that's it, before 10:45 p.m. too. And with all those free throws, man, we still get up out of here at a decent time. And my man Rich Smith with an incredibly generous super chat. Appreciate you. He keeps it simple. All he simply said, Knicks in 4, sweep. Until proven otherwise, Knicks in 4. Nick Yak said, can't wait until we hear ESPN post-game panel excuses. There's not really too many excuses they can give them here tonight. I mean, they're running out of gas, but that's what happens when you play 2 Game 7 series in the first round. Buzzer Beater with a very generous support as well with the 10 jewels. Appreciate you, Buzzer Beater, as always. Thank you guys here tonight. Very generous. We got the High Vibe. We had Estelle. Appreciate you guys with the generosity here tonight. Michael Mack got us off started. Chick Brooklyn Beauty. Who else was it? Momon gifted the membership as well as Chick Brooklyn Beauty. Continuing her membership. Appreciate you. Project Slab, was that today? No, that was yesterday. Shout out my guy Project Slab for yesterday. With the support in the super chat. The High Vibe, I said, Rich Smith, of course, just sent it in now. Appreciate you guys so much. My goodness. We've been killing it during this playoff run. Robert Klink said, Cleveland game. Cleveland gave the Knicks. Solid by missing so many free throws. Nixon, NYC, upping his membership as well. Appreciate you, Nixon, NYC. And he also throws in the chat, Knicks in 4 with the sweep emoji. Yes, sir, brother. Yes, sir. Keenan R said, 1 ticket. Rose with a very, very generous 10 jewels. Appreciate you, Rose. Appreciate you. Chick Brooklyn Beauty, we appreciate you. I appreciate you guys just hanging out with me. I really do. Is there anything we need to look at in terms of anything going on with our bingo card? It doesn't look like it. We had a wild game where Josh Hart was the leading scorer here tonight. Donovan Mitchell ends up with 26, Harden with 18. Might need to lower Harden props to 20. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to lower Harden props to 20 points rather than 25. I think he had 25 the last time or 24, something like that. He was close. But I think I'm going to lower it to 20. Towns we're going to keep at 20. He had 18 tonight. He was close. I mean, Josh Hart just went nuclear. They kept leaving him open. Hopefully he played them out of that coverage. Maybe they start to see if he's hitting again in the next one. But, man, oh, man. Merrill 3 threes. He couldn't hit a shot here tonight. The only thing we needed was a failed challenge. We didn't get it. We did get a successful challenge from Kenny Atkinson. And you know what we're noticing is we're noticing a lot less challenges. I mean, you have to utilize challenges when you play the Thunder because they get the benefit of the doubt all the time with the officiating. But I've been noticing a lot less challenges during the playoffs this season. A lot of coaches walking away with their challenges in their back pockets. Nick Yak said Harden Bridges were the difference. Mikal Bridges, that's a great point. I'm harping on Josh Hart mostly because he finally played them out of that coverage of leaving them wide open from three. Finally, you love to see it. But Mikal Bridges, 9 for 12 from the field, 19 points, knocked down the 1 3-point attempt he took. I'd like to see a little bit higher volume in threes, but as long as you do this, I'll live with it. I'm good. I'm good with that. 3 boards, 3 assists. I thought his defense was very, very, very high level here tonight from Mikal Bridges. And I think he kind of led the way for the most part. Josh Hart finally got on board. Anunoby still working his way back from the injury. He doesn't look as explosive as he was before the injury. You got to expect that he's probably not going to get to that point here during the playoffs, but he can do just enough. 14 points from him, 2 for 4 from 3. Love to see it. 4 boards, 3 assists. Thank you. Also 3 blocks and a steal from OG Anunoby as well. 4 stocks from OG. Do we have any player for 3 blocks? We don't have that on this bingo card. We do have a technical foul. We might switch that with any player for 3 blocks in this series. But outside of that, there's really nothing that's going to get us to bingo other than, well, Brunson didn't get 30. So even if Jared Allen had 15 and 8, which he didn't, he had 13. Yeah, we're not going to get bingo, unfortunately. Did Josh Hart get 12, 5, and 5 at least? Josh Hart ended up with, 4 boards. 4 boards. So that's going to wrap it up, though, so we're not going to get any bingo. Keenar said, yeah, Hart going to shoot 5 for 11 from 3, going to get that coverage, sacked for sure. Yeah, I mean, I could see the Cavs coming out in Game 3 and just being like, we'll do it again then, Josh. I could see them with that mentality. The same way the Spurs came out after Caruso's Game 1, magnificent shooting. They came out in Game 2 and they continued to give him the open looks. But they're definitely not going to leave him as wide open as they did. They're going to hedge out a little bit. Hopefully Josh continues to fire away, and hopefully he knocks him down. Look, he took 11 threes tonight. Obviously, that's not a huge strength of Josh Hart's game, but if they're going to leave you open, you're going to have to take them. And this is why I harped on it in the pregame. And this is why we'll continue to harp on it until he plays them out of that coverage, and then they can get back to playing regular basketball, because we saw in that fourth quarter when they get to play regular basketball, and in the third quarter, when Josh Hart started to get it going and knocked down a bunch of threes in a row, and he finally played them out of the coverage, when they can play them out of that coverage, the offense starts to run way more smoothly. You can't play offense 5-on-4, and Josh Hart's going to have to knock down some threes to force the Cavs to guard him. The Knicks held him under 100 points. I think the Cavs contributed to that in a major way. They just missed so many makeable shots. You got to expect they're going to knock down some of these shots at home, right? The role players play well at home. Hopefully our guys show up on the road. I mean, we look at our bench, we didn't get a lot. Deuce McBride had 5 points, 1 for 6 from 3. Need a lot more from Deucey. Mitchell Robinson, 4 points, 4 boards, 3 of them defensive, only 1 offensive rebound on the tip up and in. I didn't think he played particularly well here tonight, almost at all. 0 for 4 from the foul line. I didn't think Mitchell Robinson played well almost at all. I didn't like the minutes for Mitch at all. He had 12 minutes. And I think it might have been like 4 minutes too many, you know? Landry Shamet, 15 minutes, 0 points, 4 rebounds, some solid defense, but you got to put some points on the board in 15 minutes. Jordan Clarkson, off the bench tonight, where's Clarkson at? Why is he up here? Jordan Clarkson, in 7 minutes, 4 points, 2 for 2 from the field, had 1 turnover, a couple of bad fouls, the Jordan Clarkson experience. But only 7 minutes from him here tonight. Jose Alvarado, 8 minutes, 0 points. Like, you're going to need some contributions off the bench, especially going down there at Cleveland. But I think also a good sign is the fact that the Knicks were able to win a game despite the lack of bench production here tonight. Now, like I said, you got to expect the Cleveland guys to play much better, especially going back home. Strus, probably going to knock down a couple more threes than 1. Sam Merrill, probably the only time he'll ever go 0 for 7 from 3 against the Knicks, right? You can't expect that again going into the next game. We'll see how it plays out. But the Knicks, as long as they continue to play their game, I think they'll find a way to hang in there. It's not like the Knicks played an awesome offensive game here tonight, although Josh Hart finally got it going. But Brunson could play better in the scoring department. Towns can play better as well. 7 for 12 from the field, 3 for 5 from 3. Well, Towns had a pretty dang good game. I'll take that back. But Anunoby could play slightly better. Again, he may be hampered with the hamstring. Not 100% completely, but good enough to give it a go, and you think he's played well. But you're definitely going to need more from the guys off the bench for sure. Shamet is capable, as we saw in the last game. McBride definitely capable. Robinson's just going to have to pick up his play and play significantly better. Hopefully we get that down there in Cleveland. Keenar said, newsflash to Adani. E2 is in a sweep. Now Dimitri said Brunson had a good game with 14 assists. He had a great game. He had a great game with 14 assists. Did a great job of finding his guys. They were showing him a double team, and he found the open man time and time again. That's exactly what you got to do. Keno Hart said Merrill, shocking actually, yeah. Can't expect Merrill to go 0 for 7. Can't expect Merrill to play another basketball game in this series and not make a 3. He'll make them. He'll make them, right? Can't expect it. Knicks in NYC said Knicks still haven't shown them when we're clicking all game. we'll save that for the great closeout game. Yeah, I mean, you can make the argument the Knicks still battling back from Russ and all those things. I don't like that argument. I guess you could make it. I don't think it's a great argument. We're in it now. We're in it. All that flies out the window. We're in these games now. I thought Anunoby looked much more aggressive and much more comfortable on the court here tonight. A couple of times he went to the basket aggressive and explosive, so that's nice to see. I don't think the hamstring is 100%. I don't even think it's close to 100%, but I think it's good enough to get him out there, and he's given them what he can. Just having Anunoby out there as a smart, intuitive defender, as also a release valve offensively. If you get this version of Mikal Bridges, then Anunoby can step into the previous version of what Mikal Bridges was providing, and Anunoby, I think, is even more comfortable in that spot than Mikal Bridges is. He's a much more willing shooter as well. Doing too much. Appreciate you, brother. Nikki, what's up, Nikki? Also, thank you for what you do. I was stuck at work and couldn't watch the game. Glad I could listen in. Appreciate you, Nikki, for hanging out with us here tonight. Thank you. Kerwin Nixon said, hopefully the second game gets OG in a rhythm. Yeah, like I said, I don't even think that it's a rhythm thing with OG. It is a rhythm thing, but I think it's more so the hamstring just isn't 100% because he doesn't look super explosive. A couple of times he goes to the rim and he, like we've seen all playoffs long. Anunoby will go to the rim, he'll stop under the basket, he'll clear out some space, and he'll go strong with two hands. We haven't seen him do that. We haven't seen him do that since returning from the injury. And it's only been 2 games, and the Cavs are big down low with Mobley and Allen, so maybe he hasn't had the space to do it in the paint so far in the series. But, I don't think he's 100%. But, again, healthy enough to give us what he can, and that's what you want, at least. Michael Eady, Cleveland is worn down. It's over. Yeah, I mean, I said it before. I'll keep saying it in response to that, to comments like that, because I think it's 100% true. This is the punishment you get for going through 2 Game 7 series, right? You had to play two Game 7 series. This is what's going to happen, especially when one of the players you're relying on is a 35-year-old playoff dropper in James Harden. Keenan Hart said, Cleveland is gassed after 2 7-game series. Look at the three-point shooting and the free throws. It's clearly they're gassed. Yeah, the free throw shooting as well. It's a good indicator as well. They're 22 of 32 from the foul line tonight. They missed 10 free throws. And it's not like they sent poor free throw shooters up there like the Knicks did. The Knicks ended up 8 for 14 from the foul line, and Mitchell Robinson was 4 of those misses. So they're really 8 for 10 from the foul line. By the way, the Cleveland Cavaliers, 14 free throw attempts to 32 free throw attempts. It doubled up the Knicks' free throw attempts. So what was the excuse for the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight? They just missed open shots because they did. But like we keep saying, like Keenan Hart just said, they're gassed. They're tired. The legs weren't there. Now, going back home, can they get some home cooking? Can they rejuvenate themselves a little bit? Possibly. We'll see. Amy said, gassed and demoralized from game 1? Yeah. Keenan said, 10 free throws from us is criminal. I'll give them the legitimate 14 because I don't think Robinson took any free throws on any intentional hack-and-Mitch free throws. So, they fouled him intentionally when he caught the ball inside to not give him an easy layup or dunk or anything like that. But I'll give him a legitimate 4 free throws for Robinson. So 14 free throws for him, although Robinson went 0 for 4 on all of them. Mitch, please knock down a free throw or 2, brother. My goodness. Suns Jen said, Knicks are the better team, and that's all. This is also true. This is all true. Also true. Finan Clement? Next season, JC for the Cavaliers, more playing time with Donovan? I don't know. I doubt that. They can't even get Keon Ellis on the court in this series. But that's going to pretty much take us to the end. Michael Eady said, dudes like Harden will not play better. They are tired and losing hope. You see it in their play. Yeah, some of these guys you see it in the play. I think Max Strus. I think Sam Merrill. I think Donovan Mitchell. I think Jared Allen. I think Evan Mobley. I think most of their guys will play hard to the very end. The only guy you're looking at really who we have evidence of quitting on his team is James Harden. So we'll see. Keenan said Harden never played well in the playoffs when he was young and not tired. I mean, he did play well in the playoffs. He just always quit down the stretch when it was like, game on the line, elimination games and stuff like that. He's got great playoff games under his belt, but they're like game 1s, game 2s, game 3s. But once you start getting into 4, 5, 6, and 7, my guy would he'd turn into Casper. That's what would happen to him. Kay Hazy said, Schroeder must have nightmares of playing the Knicks in the playoffs. Dennis Schroeder's another guy who just won't quit. He'll play to the very end. Dennis Schroeder tonight, 4 points, 2 for 5 from the field, 4 boards, 3 assists, 18 minutes, a net neutral with 0. Samuel Cooper D. What's up, Cooper? What's up, Sam? My bad. What's up, Sam? Mitch hits plenty of free throws in practice. His limitation is mental. Yeah. That's why when people are like, he should be taking 1 million free throws in practice, like he does. He does, and he knocks them down in practice. It's just when you're out there and you're tired and you're huffing and puffing and you got 20,000 people weighing down on you, knowing that you're not a good free throw shooter and all the pressure's on you and all eyes are on you. Come through, Big Mitch, come through. But that's going to wrap us up here tonight. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Shout out all the channel members, whether you were gifted a membership, you decided to become a member all on your own. I appreciate you guys nonetheless. It's been fantastic. I'm going to have to mess with the bingo cards because we haven't hit bingo in a while. We got to hit bingo. I might have to lower some of these props so it's a little bit easier to get. I want to hit bingo. We're getting close on almost every bingo card. That's why I look at it and I'm like, well, it's not a bad bingo card. We hit so many of the props here tonight. But, sometimes it just doesn't go your way. But I'm going to mess around with a little of them. Maybe lower some of the props for some of these guys just so we can get bingo every now and again. Because I love hitting bingo. It's not like I'm trying to keep us away from bingo. I'm trying to get us bingo. But that's going to wrap us up. 16-point lead for the Knicks, 109-93. They held them under 100. You love to see it. Keenar said, don't lower the props. We got to do it legit. I mean, not all of them. But a couple of them I might look at. Like, I already lowered Towns down to 20. I lowered Anunoby down to 15 because of some extenuating circumstances. They traded the offense around town, so he's not as much of a go-to scorer, more of a hub and, stuff like that, spacers, things like that. He ended up with 18 tonight, so he was 2 points away from 20, so I'm not changing that. Anunoby, 15 points. He ended up with 14. I'm not changing that. I'm not going to change a ton of things. Josh Hart, 12, 5, and 5. That's perfect for me. But maybe not on this bingo card. Maybe Harden down to 20, like I said. That might be the only one I change. But, outside of that, I think we're good. I think we're good on a bingo card. I like where we stand with our bingo cards. Like I said, we're pretty close every single night. We usually are like one spot away every single night if we don't get bingo. So I'm not mad at that. As long as we we're always close and there's always a chance for us to get bingo, I'm good with it. I think our cards for the most part have been fine. But I'm going to double check to see what the Spurs bingo card is looking like. Especially considering a lot of the injuries start propping up for both sides. So we're going to have to adjust that card anyway. So I'll take a look at it. But with that being said, I appreciate you guys. Amy said, see you tomorrow. Here's the thing. I forgot to mention this. No stream tomorrow. I apologize. I should have mentioned this earlier. No stream tomorrow. The reason is because my sister's getting married and the engagement party is tomorrow. So I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be having a good time. I'm not going to be watching the game either. Well, I might have it up on the phone real quick on the side, checking it every now and again. But, no stream tomorrow, unfortunately. We won't be able to watch the game together. But we will be back on Saturday, obviously, for our New York Knicks coverage. So, unfortunately, no stream tomorrow. But for a good reason. We got to party it up. We got to have a good time. Kenar said, big week for weddings. Yeah, wedding's not anytime soon, but the engagement party is tomorrow. So we're going to have a good time tomorrow night. So we won't be able to be live for the game tomorrow. It's going to be the first time we're going to miss a game in a while here in the playoffs. So we will be live on Saturday. Obviously, we're not missing Knicks games. It just worked out that way, too. I told her already. She was like, listen, set it up at the party. Go live at the party if the Knicks are playing. Thankfully, the Knicks are not playing. So we will be back for our Knicks coverage. But unfortunately, Spurs Thunder, I don't know if she's going to give me the leeway. To stream from the party for Spurs Thunder. But we will be live on Saturday, of course, for our Knicks coverage because we don't miss Knicks games. We got to cover every single Knicks game on the road to the finals. We said it in preseason. You can go back and check the descriptions. Appreciate everybody for all the congratulations. I mean, I'm not getting married. She's getting married. But I'll let her know. Appreciate you guys. My goodness. Thank you guys so much. If you go back and check the descriptions earlier in the season, I literally put in the description day one of preseason. This is the start of the road to the Knicks finals run. We can pull it up on the next stream. We can take a look at it. It's been there since the beginning. I've had the faith since the beginning. Michael Mack, a very generous super chat. Appreciate you, Michael Mack. He said, enjoyed the broadcast. Salute to the chat. Appreciate you, Michael Mack, and your generosity. Appreciate everybody. I shouted them out once, but shout them out one more time. Michael Mack, Nixon NYC, Rich Smith, Moman. We had the High Vibe. We had Estelle. Michael Mack as well, second-time chick Brooklyn Beauty, all with very generous donations to the community here tonight. I appreciate you guys immensely. Shout out all the channel members, whether you were gifted a membership, if you decided to become a member, all on your own. I appreciate you guys. Remember, brush your teeth before bed, stay hydrated, and I'll catch you on the next one. Good night, everybody. I'll see you on Saturday night. Bye.